Look. I represent the game in a way that can't be challenged, and delegate the comments of hate that can't be managed. I was told once, roll my shoulder like blunts and don't get touched, but my skin tough and thicker than Miss Biz butt. So guess what? I'ma talk my shit and just win once. Throw uppercuts and bone breakers, a needle and haystack with haymakers. I throw mines, don't hide behind my straight right. I show mine and show no the blow by the blow, bro. I blow mines.
You out so cool.
I'd rather have my head stuck in the clouds than buried in the mound. Feet touching the asphalt, back won't touch the ground. You ops about that trash talk, my hands speaking loud. The crowd sound is drowning our conversation now. I know what I'm about to do, can't coma induce. But look, I train not to lose, what else is there to do? I'm a fighter, hard like barbed wire, sharp the same way. I'm tired, but get energized when the crowd say showbiz, boom ba yay. Showbiz, boom ba yay. My style's impetuous, my defense impregnable. There's no B plan when the A plan is doable. My ritual, jump rope, heavy bag, cutthroat. I'm the best in the world because my ego says so. A fighter, I am lost in this whirlwind, this make-believe world where it's a sin to be a grown man. Look, I never read a book, bruh. I must admit, I'm about that grit and that dumb shit where your head's on some drum shit, body got Bambi legs, ears on some hum shit, later getting medicated, urine on some blood shit. I want wildest power with Devin Haney's defense. Up off it, yeah, yes, up off. Hey, y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's Thorough Thursday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, don't. All right, man, look. Look at who we have here. Let me see who we have up here. Devon. Let me see. Cool Breeze. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Everybody, welcome to the Thorough Thursday. Haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, give it up.
Bring on this with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. Kiss a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The burn down man can boing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. We got to run through this. Hey, hold on, everybody. I can give a damn what y'all got to say. We got to give it up to ladies.
You should let me in. You
hit the Tyson bell. Oh, man. Oh, I see Unbox Collector. Hold on, my brother. But we got...
Yeah, put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I want to know about you, but I don't really want to know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it work.
Hit the Tyson bell. Hold on. There it is. Unbox. Flex on them, Biz. I've been here since you had 2K. Damn. Nice. Day one. Seeing you grow and being on the Zone platform. Love you, boy. Man, you're an inspiration of never giving up. Thank you, brother. And trust your gut and chase your dream. You got that right. A lot of people told me to stop. Like, that ain't gonna work. What the hell is up off it? Let me see. Me and all the war room, proud of you. Love you, boy. Love you, boy. Hit the Tyson bell. Now, great vibes. Love you, boy. Thank you, brother. Those were some great vibes, bro. Oh, yeah. What the hell am I doing? We outside.
It can happen when you're outside. You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask him if he's alright.
Hit the Tyson bell. And lastly, but not leastly, the most important thing, our inspirational speaker for today and every day, Squad.
Squad up. Let's go.
All right, Biz, you probably won't see this, but I'm saying it anyways. This fight reminds me a lot of T.O. versus Josh Taylor. Both T.O. and Dev coming off horrible performance. Oh, and they lost facing the best guy in the division. Oh, okay. Yeah, that happened a few times. You talking about in that way. Yeah, that happened a few times. Hit Tyson B. I feel you. Okay. Okay, everybody. It's on and cracking. We in the zone war. We in the zone war, man. All right, let me exfoliate the press conference. Yep. Look, bro, we didn't have that kind of time. We couldn't play around too much. It's up. It's up. It's up right now. Let me share the screen up off. Ring 4.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains forcing violence.
What do we have right here?
Language,
perfect.
Flashing imagery.
Hold on, we're gonna have to. This one we have to listen to. You can't be half turned down on this one. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it? Oh, listen. My bad, and then I muted. Real quick, if you guys didn't know, Ryan Garcia, he announced his fight with Mario Barrios. He signed the contract and he announced it. Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios for the WBC crown. All right. WBC uplift their ban on Ryan Garcia for the racist slurs that he made. All is forgiven now. Everything is different now. All right. So now Ryan Garcia can fight for WBC. Going up against Mario Barrios. I'll tell you this. Mario Barrios, you saw it? Mario Barrios. He's one of those guys. I've been talking about this guy for years. You know, and you guys, you've been a part of War Room. Y'all know I remember when he broke on the scene, him and Teofimo Lopez, and I didn't know who was better. I remember that. I didn't know who were better. Like, who's better between Mario Barrios and Teo? I liked both of them. Mario Barrios is just one of those guys, brother. His resume is coming together nice, and he'll fight anybody. It is what it is. I think Ryan is going to test Barrios' shit. Yeah, 1%. I mean, I'm not sure if Ryan's going to test his boxing skill as much as this. And I've seen Mario Barrios get dropped on a few occasions, many times against Tank. And so Ryan can put him down. It's just that Mario Barrios got better experience, you know, fighting the Keith Thurman and stuff like that. So this is fantastic. It's fantastic. All right, everybody, let's get busy. Let's get busy.
You right before.
Wait, before I do that, I just got off of a meeting with the Zone War Room. The Zone has some beautiful stuff coming up very soon. All right, some beautiful shit. I can't wait to tell you guys. So beautiful things are happening. Okay, here we go. My girl Claude. Let's work.
We have obviously my partners in crime. We have Mike Coppinger, senior insider for Ring Magazine, and the Latin snake himself, Sergio Mora. We're looking forward to a great evening. And I know there's a lot.
What up, boy?
So we're expecting maybe a lot of words between the fighters, but let's talk about what happened yesterday. We had the workout, and let's start with one of the fights that I'm looking forward to. Oaks against Abdullah Mason. We're talking about speed against power, but moreover, they're both being for a vacant title. How important is that difference in styles?
I think it's going to be huge here. Obviously, Abdullah Mason is one of the flashiest fighters in the sport. Incredible hand speed, incredible length.
Oh, that's what he means by flash.
Sam Noakes, great power jab, strong, big power in both hands. What I look for here, Claudia, is that both guys are stepping way up in competition, and we're going to see what they're made of.
Every fighter comes to this point in their career undefeated. You have to put your zero on the line, especially for a world title. Sam Noakes is a volume puncher, heavy-handed, but he's dealing with a southpaw with a 74-inch reach as a lightweight. That's going to be extremely difficult to break that distance.
This used to happen.
Someone's going to get stopped. Someone's going to win a world championship. That's exactly what Riyadh sees is all about.
Real quick, yesterday you mentioned that it was going to be, I thought it was dirty. You said it was going to be physical. What's the difference?
Well,
I'm just saying.
No.
She called David Jose. I don't remember. I think she was talking about his father, Jose.
Okay. Being physical.
I remember her saying Jose to his father.
A blow, a borderline blow. Things that you can get away with or maybe just get a warning. But
so
that's
the real difference is if you get away with reality. That's
It's
the real
always that
thing.
way.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay, the one guy that I was looking forward to see, obviously we'll get to see him on Saturday, is Jesse Bam Rodriguez making it back to the ring. But of course, he couldn't make it to a workout because he just
a
welcomed
father
his
again.
second baby boy. Milo is now part of the family. So
Milo,
welcome again.
he got a
But
son.
Jesse Bam is
That's why he didn't show up to the
obviously
media.
in for a very interesting fight against Pumita coming all the way from Argentina. What are your thoughts on that one?
Claudia, Bam Rodriguez is number 5 on Ring Magazine's pound for pound list. He's going to be a favorite against anybody he fights, right, at his weight class. But I think this is going to be the toughest night of his career. Puma Martinez, he's battle tested, went to Japan twice last year, and with 2 wins over a really good fighter in Kazuto Ioka. He's physical in there, and I think Bam's going to have to be on his game.
What are your thoughts on Puma? Because we know the long line of Argentinian fighters, and you know that.
I don't worry about
Mexicans have a
Mason's
saying,
chin.
well,
I actually,
Argentinians just
I like Mason's chin. Mason made 2 mistakes and got hit flush on the jaw. I understand getting dropped by those punches he got dropped by. The thing is, how does he recover? Does he recover well and get up well? He got up twice, and then he kept slugging, and he kept his head it didn't look like he was damaged for a long period of time at all. And then he ended up knocking bro out. So I don't really worry about his chin that much. Sandwich can just punch, period.
like a world champion. So it's champion versus champion. This could be a special night for someone like Puma.
Mentality.
Bam Bam is a dad again, a dad again.
No,
he has
not
a
when it
daughter
comes to
already.
Someone like Bam, who's one of the youngest champions in boxing, unified everything that he's done, faced the fighters that he fought from, Carlos Cuadras to Gallo Estrada to Samrung Masai. So there's no intimidation, just another champion.
I
another
can't hear well. Can
That
y'all hear?
being said, Martinez has never been in this type of platform. He's basically unknown walking
Thanks,
into this
brother.
fight, and he really has nothing to lose but the opportunity to a title. Does that help or take away?
I think it helps, and not just any title, but he's fighting the Ring Magazine champion. That means that you're the number 1 guy in your division, not just one of 4 title holders. So I think there's a lot on the line for Puma Martinez. And again, he's battle tested. You look at 2 wins over Jerwin and Koss. Also, I think he's gone on the road a lot of times, and I think he's ready for this fight.
Baby being born, distraction or motivation for Jesse?
It could be a little bit of both. It could be dangerous. But see, the thing about being a professional, especially a champion, you got to know how to compartmentalize your personal life and your professional life. I think, young Bam has bitten off so much in his career, but he's chewed it well. He's chewed it, digested, done everything you can ask of someone like Bam Rodriguez. So I think this is just something that the champ just is made for. Bam is made for moments like these, and congratulations to the new Bambino.
Absolutely. But real quick, just to add, let's not forget that Jesse Bam Rodriguez comes from a long line of fighters, starting with his own brother. And he has already walked that line of world championships.
He said he
has
fought
already
his
been
brother
fed
before.
those lights, those cameras.
He fought his
so
brother
I think
before?
this is nothing new for him. So we're looking forward. I'm looking forward to this fight. Obviously, Jesse's always excited. And this is always a fight that we need to
I
look
think
forward to.
Bam is
A
going to
quick
fight with
reminder
a
of what
whole
this card is going
different
to
level.
look like.
I mean, he's a
Because,
dude. He's
like we
coming
mentioned
to
yesterday,
murk.
the whole week actually, any of these fights could be a main event in any other card. And we're going to start obviously on Saturday with a lightweight division. But when we talk about back to Bam Rodriguez, long line, and we have somebody like Robert Garcia in your corner. Not to say anything about Calabrese, who's always been in Martinez's corner.
Yeah,
but
Bam's in a
Robert
fight.
has been there since
He always got
Robert Garcia is one of
his
the
resume
very
is
elite trainers in the
ridiculously
sport,
good.
Claudia. Look at Virgil Ortiz, and he's a former champion himself. So I think you can't get any better than Robert Garcia, and the sparring you get in his gym in Southern California. That is
Robert
top-notch
Garcia is
sparring.
the best
I mean,
trainer
we
in
have
the world.
the likes of Virgil Ortiz, for God's sakes.
I remember Robert Garcia as a fighter, and it's very rare for you to have a professional trainer that's also won a world championship. So he's not only a world championship fighter, world championship trainer, and it's the
Right.
sparring. You said it.
Those
They have
who
some of the
can't
best
do
sparring
teach.
down there in Southern
Very
California.
rarely those
They
who
work
can
hard.
do teach.
Everything's perfect in that camp, and that's why they show it when they fight.
It's interesting because I seldom see, like you mentioned, good partners when you have somebody who has been a fighter, then becomes a trainer. But in this case,
Okay,
Robert Garcia
so
has
just
been
to let
an
y'all know,
extraordinary
this is-
example, but his dad.
This is the type of stuff I need to let you guys in on, and it's very important because I didn't know this stuff either. They're just not choosing to not start the interviews, right? So fighters got to be there. They can't just get started. These fighters, you can tell them when it starts, but not like Brian Norman is probably there, right? Who knows if Bam is there yet? Who knows if Yarde is there yet? So that's how this shit kind of go. you know, I've been there where they're doing all this and I'm outside and I'm seeing the trucks pull up 15 minutes late, 30 minutes late. Like Devin Haney, I've seen Devin Haney pull up in a truck 30 minutes after it's supposed to start. So it's not just started, like they're choosing not to, right? And I can't wait until I get the opportunity to show you guys this stuff. Let me see. I'm worried about Bam now traveling late to Saudi. Well, he didn't travel late. He's there. He just saw his son born on FaceTime. So he watched it on FaceTime.
Mikey Garcia was probably too young back then, but then he exceeded expectations, became a 4-division champion. I mean, they have the magic formula. They really have the magic formula, and it's happening in front of our eyes.
And it has definitely been a very busy week for Jesse Bam Rodriguez and all the fighters here, and obviously for Bam and ShowBizz.
Oh, for ShowBizz. Dang. Hey.
You did something that many people is disaster. Like as far as current history.
Yeah.
Caleb Plant was supposed to fight Charlo and then lost to Resendez, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Ryan Garcia supposed to fight Devin Haney. He loses to Rolly,
Yep.
right? You have your fight coming up with Fernando, but you took on Capu.
Yeah, yeah.
I even went to the press conference in New York. You weren't there.
Yeah, they
You
wanted
know,
me to go though.
They wanted you to
Yeah,
go,
they
but
wanted
you were
me.
like, yo, I'm not going to do that.
It was like a week, 2 weeks from my fight, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
I was already like so deep into camp that I was. Besides the fact it was disrespectful to Cafu to even show up to the press conference, because that just, if I win, it would have looked like I was overlooking him, and that was never the case. I didn't even know the fight was gonna get announced, but it did, and I just had to stay focused on Cafu.
Well,
But in the
that's
back of my mind, I knew I had this fight lined up. So if I didn't get past Cafu, I would have never even got to the moment I'm in right now.
And now you focus
And
on Martinez.
Now I'm here. I'm versus Martinez.
Yeah. How you feel about this guy?
I mean, I'm ready, man. Just this is the fight that I've been wanting for a while. Before the Cafu fight was announced, they were in negotiations with Martinez. He ended up fighting Ioka.
Yep.
So we went our separate ways, but now we're meeting up again, and I'm more than excited for this fight, especially being on the card that it's on. It's huge, man. I'm more excited for this fight than I was for Cafu. And I was main event for Cafu, so that just goes to show how hungry I am, how motivated I am for this.
Yeah, because that's a bad card,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean, that card
Damn.
is super lit. How
That
do you
cuts a
feel
lot.
like, yeah, being a part of something
Yeah.
like that.
It's amazing, man. Being in Saudi, just having the opportunity to fight on a Ring magazine card, it's huge, bro. This is probably gonna be the biggest fight of my life. So going into this one, I'm 100% focused and motivated. I'm ready to go.
The one thing we cannot question is Bam's flawless work ethic. His motivation comes from within.
This
and
is
obviously
crazy.
that shows across the board in everything he does.
No, not only that, but we just mentioned it.
I
Being
had
in
no
that
idea they were
Robert
gonna do this.
Garcia Camp, that academy. I mean, they feed off each other. Every fighter feeds off
Bruh,
each other. They see the
I
other one
did
working
not-
hard. It's like, no, I'm not gonna let
This
him
is
outwork me.
so
Everyone
crazy.
Just gets better in that gym, and Bam Rodriguez is alpha. He's at the top of that list.
Iron sharpens iron, and I want to get back to you, Mike, regarding Abdullah Mason. Very young. We've talked about his athleticism, his ability.
I didn't
Let's
that
talk about
yo,
the role
my
that he
heart is
plays
beating real
as the
fast, bro.
ambassador for
Like
Ring Magazine. What kind
it's
of
like I'm
weight
not
does that
even
carry as he's
realizing
actually here for Ring 4.
what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
look, right. This is a Ring 4 card, like you said, and there's not that many fighters that have that distinction of being a ring ambassador. It means he's gonna have a
This
Ring
is
Magazine
great.
patch on his
Proud of you,
trunks when he's
Biz. Yeah,
fighting.
I'm
He's
sitting
waving
here in
the
my
flag,
basement right now. I
and
had no
obviously
idea.
it means he has the imprimatur of His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. John Arobio,
Love you,
local
boy.
fighter from Canada, Colombian. He's the ring ambassador. Shushu Carrington. So these are only top-notch fighters. And Abdullah Mason so far, he's a guy when you talk to people in the industry, Claudia, they think he could be the pound-for-pound
Putting in
number
work.
one day.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm working a lot.
Let's
Yo,
talk
I'm
about
thankful.
pressure.
I
Once you
didn't,
have
brother.
that,
This is crazy.
like an ointment. You
But
can't
keep
let
me like
anybody
this.
down.
Just keep me doing it in a
Anointment?
genuine
Yes.
way.
He got blessed. He got blessed
Don't
by
even
talent.
tell
He
me.
got blessed
Don't
by Turki Al-Sheikh. He got
Mom,
blessed
I'm
by
on P.
everyone
Proud
that
of you, Biz. Love
supports
you,
him as
boy.
promoter, because they see
Biz,
what
you the
we
next
are
Jimmy Levy.
seeing.
Brother,
The
I
man has
just
special
keep me
talent,
just
speed,
like this.
power, size, length, and he has that amateur pedigree. These are all things that check
Integrity,
every single
genuine,
box, and
just
you want
going
to
off
invest
of
your
how I
time, your money, and you want to put him in
genuinely
positions where he can
feel
shine.
about the sport.
But when we talk about his opponent, Noakes, who's coming,
Yep,
he's
keep me
hungry,
with the
he's
role
just as
model.
young, but he comes from a long line of fighters as well, with a country behind him, also carrying another flag. What does that do to a fighter as he's walking in with somebody who's already you know, with the preference
Bro,
behind his
remember that?
Yeah, look, you can't count on Sam Noakes here. Sam Noakes is actually rated in the Ring Magazine top 10.
The takeover is
He's a big puncher. He's physical, like Sergio said. And this is his big shot, too, his first title fight. So
That's
he's looking
great.
to bring the title back to England. He's going to have to deal with a guy in
Love you,
Mason who's
boy.
such a flashy puncher. I mean, again, Mason's not proven yet, but when you talk about the eye test, right? You don't see many guys that look like Abdullah Mason.
I gotta admit, that smile, that confidence. He walked in that stage as we were doing the
Abdullah Mason,
arrivals,
say
and not a care in the world. He was unfazed by the crowd or the cameras. Could that be overconfidence stuff?
No, it's a quiet confidence. You
Abdul-
want to see that in future
Abdullah
champions,
Mason.
and,
Abdullah Mason he can very well be the next superstar. Like, you can actually have Abdullah Mason versus Brian Norman Jr. in a future, like Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler. Like, seriously, and I may have just spoken that to existence. Like, he is Pepsi commercial, Coke commercial, Nike commercial ready. Like, his youth, you want to put money behind Abdullah Mason. Let him have a sensational night on Saturday, and we're trying to help make boxing be the #1 sport in the world. There's always a star that can help do that. Brian Norman, if he wins on Saturday, he got the personality. These young guys, back to the Stone Age, you know, Abdullah Mason is taller than Brian Norman, so he has a frame to grow into. We can have a Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler type of thing with Abdullah Mason versus Brian Norman in the future.
Ezra Charles. So he's looking to bring a title back to Cleveland, Ohio.
Ezra Charles.
There you go. This
Ohio.
is just the beginning of the card. Let's take a quick look of what we can expect on Saturday.
Devin winning.
Because
Could
we're
be.
going to start with the
Definitely can win,
lightweights.
yes.
Abdullah Mason, like we mentioned,
Invest
facing
yourself, trust
Sam
yourself,
Noakes
100%.
for the vacant WBO lightweight title. Also, we move up to the super flyweights, and there we see.
And what I mean by I want to revisit my comment when I say, yo, keep me here. I'm not talking about being complacent. I'm talking about mentality. I think I was just speaking to myself. I don't even think I was talking to anybody. It was, wow, right? But don't let that change who you are, is what I'm saying. So I saw that, and I'm like, what? You saw it in real time. But then I'm thinking at the same time, being genuine, being true, doing it for the right reasons is how you got here. Don't lose that. Right. So I think I was just saying that to myself, really, to be honest, to revisit that. I was just talking out loud.
Our master of ceremonies, Thomas Schreiber.
All right, here we go. Sugar Mason, you want to stay humble? Yeah, Maria,
Ladies and
I want to stay humble.
welcome to the final press conference for the Ring 4 Night of the Champions.
The new Hearn.
This Saturday,
That'll work.
November 22nd from A&B Arena in Riyadh.
Love you, boy.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to give a special thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
I don't know about that one, dog. But maybe.
Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and
That's
the
rough.
Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh.
It's all
This
good.
event is being brought to you
told us
by
Fight Night Champion was
Riyadh
hidden.
Season,
Yeah,
Stella,
that's facts.
Ring Magazine,
Just keep
Frank
just
Warren
keep
for
it. Stay myself.
Queensberry, and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. In association with Bob Arum for Top Rank Incorporated, Samson Boxing, Warriors Boxing, Devin Haney Promotions, and AY Promotions.
What's Warrior Boxing?
Along with their premium partners, Saudi Tourism Authority, STC,
Who's all getting
Saudi
paid?
National Bank, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, and Saudia.
To put stuff like this on, a
Their
lot of checks
strategic
got to be written.
partners.
This is crazy.
MyR United,
Yeah, everybody
Arroyo
please hit the like.
Cruises, Sadia, Lucid Motors, SHG, and Azure. Their main sponsors, Pepsi and Arena Fitness
Pepsi.
Innovation, and their commercial partner, Prime. A big thanks to those great partners. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this great event will be broadcasted live worldwide, exclusively on DAZN by now at DAZN.com. Let's now
And the
welcome
ultimate, he just saying
our
by now. The ultimate
undercard
plan
press
is the cheapest way.
conference participants.
I would have said ultimate plan is the cheapest way, bro. Like
Competing in a 10-round contest for the WBO Global Middleweight
yeah, that's a huge
Championship.
sponsor.
Let's welcome the challenger, a native of Lagos, Nigeria, now fighting out of Novara, Italy. Samuel, the Black Panther in MoMA.
You know what? They're right. Get everybody
The
involved. They all
defending
deserve it.
champion, the WBO Global Middleweight Champion from Roseland, New Jersey, USA, Vito White Magic Milnicki Jr.
So you got Black Panther and White Magic. Hey, y'all, it's time to calm down.
Competing in a 12-round contest for the vacant WBO Lightweight Championship.
Honestly, it's
of
about
the
time to calm
world.
that. Dial
Let's
that
welcome
shit back, bro.
From Maidstone, Kent, England, Sam Midge Noakes.
Image note.
From Cleveland, Ohio, USA, Abdullah Mason.
Look at his face. You can't tell me that's not a sugar. That's a sugar.
Competing in a
Abdullah
12-round
Sugar Mason.
contest
Y'all
for
should
the
have said it.
WBC, WBO, and
Devin also has a
WBA
throwback
Super
fighter mentality.
Flyweight Championships
100%.
of the
Let's
world,
not
and
forget
also
throwback fight.
the Ring Magazine
Who never
Championship.
do the Devin Haney?
Let's welcome from La Boca, Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is the reigning and defending WBA Super Flyweight Champion of the world.
this
Let's
shit
welcome
here.
Fernando El Puma Martinez.
He came walking out. Hey, bro, this dude here, man.
And let's welcome from San Antonio, Texas, USA. He is the reigning and defending Ring Magazine champion and the unified WBC and WBO Super Flyweight Champion of the world. Let's welcome Jesse Bam.
Look at the smile on his face.
Rodriguez.
Look at the smile on his face, bro.
And now we also
looks
welcome
weight
the
drained. I ain't even gonna lie
CEO
to
of
you.
Ring Magazine, Rick Reno,
He looks different.
Vice President of Top Rank Incorporated,
Did he get any
Carl
sleep?
Moretti.
Oh, shit.
International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Frank Warren of Queensberry.
Yo, Frank Warren, you see that
And we
dent?
will
He
now
got shot
hand
in the
things
head.
over to your host, the voice of the
He
Zone
just-
Boxing, Mr. Todd Grisham.
There you go, Todd. Somebody said,
Thank you for
boo.
those
Hey,
two
forget y'all,
cheers and
bro.
the big boo from Sergio Mora in the back. I am Todd Grisham. I'll be calling the fights ringside with Mike Coppinger and Sergio Mora. And as always, it's a real pleasure to be here in what has become the international home of boxing in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. And of course, you can see it all live Saturday night on DAZN. The Ring has delivered some great cards in the past, but top to bottom, this may be the best of the best, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
The fight card of
This
the
may-
year.
yeah,
And
this
with
may be
that,
the
let's
best.
hear from the Ring Magazine CEO, Mr. Rick Reno. Rick, we've got 6 fighters here on the dais, 3 fights represented. What do you expect to see on Saturday night?
Well, first, I want to thank everyone for coming
Hey,
out
this
to
guy's
support this
hysterical.
event.
I'm starting to like
Wait a minute, is Eddie Hearn not here yet? Did his Bentley not show up to pick him up? Well, I guess he's busy sipping champagne back at the hotel, but we got 2 proper Brits here, so it'll do. This is an unbelievable card. You can't say enough about this event.
this dude is ridiculous.
You know, starting off, you got 2 young middleweights, Samuel and Vito. Big showcase for the 2 of them. You know, they're looking for their mark in the middleweight division. It's a
That
big
shirt fire.
opportunity for
You can
them,
kiss my
one
ass.
of them, to make a statement. Both of them are hungry. Both of them are locked in. And I expect a pretty good scrap. And then we have, you know, you talk about a fight with high stakes involved. Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes.
Love you, boy.
2 undefeated guys staking their reputation, their records, and one of them is going to walk out of that event as a world champion that night.
Sugar
And if you
Mason.
talk to pundits, you know, in the United States, you know, Abdullah's viewed as a future superstar, and they expect for him to make a statement performance. And when you talk to pundits in the UK, they view Sam Noakes as a future
Man, this is a
superstar,
tough fight.
and they believe he's going to put in a knockout upset performance.
Yeah, this is a tough
Both of these
fight,
guys
bro.
could punch. Both of these guys could hit.
Hey, man.
I don't expect this fight to go to distance.
This shit.
And I believe we're going to get fireworks. Absolute
This is
fireworks,
rough.
maybe from the first bell. And then you have unification, Bam Rodriguez, Puma Martinez, pound for pound,
fight-
one of the best fights you can make in the
Yep.
lower weight classes. With
Bruh.
the Ring Magazine.
Come on,
title
Bam.
at
He looks
stake.
sleepy as heck.
For
Bam.
years, people have been talking about this
Oh,
fight.
shit.
What would happen if Bam and Puma meet in the ring?
Look at
We're
Bam.
going to get it this Saturday night. We're
He's
going to
been
get
crying and shit with his
and I
mate. Oh,
expect
Bam. Come
a
on, Bam.
scintillating fight. You know, from top to bottom. You know, when they say you're going to get your money's worth, this is one event where you're going to get your money's worth and then some. And I'll turn it back to you, Todd.
Thank you, Rick. Let's hear from a couple of the fighters, and we'll start to the far end to my
Todd
right
got
here
right
with
to
Vito
it.
Milnecki.
Todd
Junior
got right to
Vito,
it.
you're an extremely decorated amateur champion. So far as a pro, you've won 21 of your first 22 fights. How satisfied are you right now with your pro career?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank God. Without him, none of this is possible. I want to thank His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, Riyadh Season, the whole Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for hosting this event. And yeah, man, my professional career is off to a hot start. I had a great amateur career as well.
Your White
but
Magic
to be a
looks
part of an event of this
super confident.
magnitude, to have this stage to showcase my talent and to showcase that I'm on another level than this guy, this is exactly what I'm going to do on Saturday night.
All right, and you'll be taking on Samuel and MoMA. Samuel, a lot of people I'm sure are not too familiar with you. What kind of fighter are you, and what is your game plan as you face Vito on Saturday?
Yeah, actually, I want to thank everyone for coming, for giving me this opportunity.
Boy, that hairline
Thank,
is diabolical.
Turki Al-Sheikh on Ring Magazine.
I know I ain't got the strongest hairline, but yeah.
I don't have actually a regular game plan. I'm here just to do war. And I
Nah,
think,
but that hairline.
Vito, you're ready, right?
What do you say? I can't understand.
He said, "Are you ready for me?"
Oh, 100%. Shit, I'm born ready for this. This is exactly what I do. I've been doing this since I'm 7 years old.
Good,
You
good,
ready?
good. Yeah, of course.
Well, Vito, what do you know about it?
100% ready.
see.
Don't worry.
We'll see.
Don't worry.
We'll see.
Don't worry.
We'll see.
Oh, don't worry.
We'll see.
Vito, what do you know about him? Are you impressed?
I
by
got
what
my
you've
money
seen?
on Vito, dog.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. Nothing I never seen before. I'm just excited. I'm excited to, like I said,
don't
be
give a
on this
shit.
platform, to be able to showcase my talent. But yeah, he'll see you on Saturday night for sure.
Well, if everything goes your way Saturday night, what kind of statement
I
are you
got
trying to make
Vito,
to the
dog.
boxing community? What will they be saying about you?
I'm here to make a statement in the whole middleweight division. I've had this is my third fight in the middleweight division, but this is my third straight undefeated opponent, and just ready to give him his first blemish.
Yeah, Samuel, I'll give you the last word here. You're unbeaten. You've been calling for a big fight. Why was Vito the opponent that you wanted?
Yeah, actually, when they take the
He's holding
they
the
give
mic
me,
weird and shit.
the opportunity for this fight, I was so excited to sign the contract because Vito, I was already looking at you, man.
Wow.
Believe me, brother. Don't worry.
Oh.
We're gonna see on Saturday night.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, well, we wish you both the best of luck. Now let's
Ooh.
turn our attention to
He
the
doesn't like
WBO
Vito.
lightweight championship fight. Sam Noakes taking on
don't
Abdullah
like
Mason,
brother.
and we turn it over now to the vice president of Top Rank, Carl Moretti. You're here. I know you've been high on Abdullah Mason for quite a while.
they
He's
got
only
it. His
21 years
hairline-
old. Why do
his
you
hairline
think he's ready
diabolical.
for this fight right now?
First off, I'd like to thank everybody associated with the event for putting such a great card together. You know, with Sam
We're gonna
Noakes and
find out,
Abdullah, you
right.
got two contrasting styles. You know, Sam only knows how to knock people out and come forward. Abdullah can box and punch at the same
Yeah,
time.
he had them
I
cheekbones.
think the only southpaw that Sam has ever fought is Vincenzo Uniello, a fellow countryman. You know, he stopped him in fourth. But, you know, Abdullah Mason is in Vincenzo Funiello. We know that for sure. So we wouldn't put our guys in fights that we don't think we can win. You know, and nowadays anybody can fight for a title.
Cherry
But the
pick.
goal is to win the title. And on Saturday night, Top Rank will have the WBO lightweight champion with Abdullah Mason.
Well, let's turn it over now to the founder of Queensberry, Frank Warren. You heard
Queensberry
what Carl
Top
had to
Rank.
say. They're very
Even
confident
seen
that they beat
it.
Sam Noakes on Saturday. What
I've
say
seen
you?
everybody.
First of all, it's great to be here in the world's capital of boxing, Riyadh, for the Riyadh season and ring show. And what do I think of that comment?
We're here with my man. He's undefeated, both undefeated fighters, the cracker of a fight. But let me tell you, he's one of the best young fighters.
You got to watch out for Queensberry.
Everything's been done of him. He's asked. He's won every title on the way through, from British, Commonwealth, European, and now we're at the world title. And I'm telling you something, Abdullah is a good fighter, no doubt about it. But let me tell you, he's going to have his hands full. He ain't going to have to go looking for my man. Not at all. He'll be on him as soon as that first bell. And
hey, don't do that, Sam.
It's going to be a great
don't
fight. It's going to be a fantastic,
Sam,
fantastic fight.
Box, bro.
Because
you got
from
TNT
Mr. Noakes,
and
we all know the saying in boxing, styles make fights. Abdullah Mason can seemingly do it all. Why will your style be able to give him so many problems?
Listen, I think I've got one of them styles everyone keeps saying it's one-dimensional and all that, but I feel like from the outside it looks easy to deal with, but you'll find out Saturday that it's not going to be very easy to deal with.
Oh,
Well, you're undefeated just like Mason, but you're a pretty substantial underdog in this fight. Why don't you think you're getting the respect you feel you deserve?
It don't really matter to me, to be honest, being the underdog. All that means is everyone betting on me is going to win a nice bit of money, doesn't it?
Funny.
Yeah, if you win, for sure.
I got
you're only 21 years old, fighting for your first world title, and if you win, you'll become the youngest champion in boxing today. What are your long-term goals in this sport?
First off, I want to give a thanks to everyone that was involved in making this happen. You know, Jay Prince Boxing, Top Rank, my managers, and you know, Ring Magazine, Turkey Other Chief, and I'm just here, man. I'm ready.
Well, you're undefeated. You've been nearly perfect, except for one moment in your career. I'm sure you remember it. You were knocked down twice in the first round. What did you learn about yourself in that round, and why are you confident that something like that won't happen again on Saturday?
That was definitely, revealing, a lot for the better. You know, it showed the resilience I had. It showed everything that was good. You know, showed the corner. It showed, everything, that a fighter needs in the ring. It showed that I had that, and I'm ready to take it a step further this Saturday.
All right, Sam, you're from Maidstone, Kent, England. And according to my research, the most famous athlete from there is sprinter
Floyd Mayweather
Jack
has a
Green,
better
the
resume
Olympian.
than
He didn't
Canelo.
win any medals. But if you win Saturday night and take that world title back to your hometown, what will the scenes look like?
Well, that's news to me. That's a fact. I didn't know that he come from me. I didn't even know that. No, but I think, listen, obviously bringing it back, I've got quite a few people coming out, and it's just going to be just brilliant for me and obviously the fans and all my hometown as well.
All right, well, what's your prediction for Saturday? What are we going to see?
Sam Noakes knockout.
Sam Noakes knockout.
Wow.
Abdullah, what happens?
Boxing gets to gain its new favorite young talent, and I'm going to be dominating lightweight division from Saturday on forward.
All right, well,
Damn.
wish you both the best of
Yeah.
luck.
Thank you.
And now we turn our attention to a fight in the super
I'm
flyweight
saying.
division, two of the best in the world, no doubt about it, for the WBO, WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine world titles. Puma Martinez taking on Bam Rodriguez. We'll start with Puma. I'm sure a lot of people that will be watching Saturday night aren't that familiar with you as they are with Bam. How would you describe your style, and why have you been so successful in your career?
Sí, en primer lugar, Fernando, bienvenido. Obviamente, supongo que mucha gente no habrá visto mucho de ti, pero sí de Bam Rodríguez. ¿Por qué crees que puedes describir un poco tu estilo y por qué crees que ese estilo ha sido tan exitoso para ti hasta la fecha?
Bueno, muy buenas noches a todos. A Arabia Saudita, gracias por la oportunidad. La verdad que me siento muy agradecido, gracias a Dios, de estar en un evento tan enorme como este, algo histórico para la Argentina también. Y bueno, nosotros tenemos mucha experiencia. Yo tengo toda la experiencia, peleé con grandes campeones. Y bueno, fui a la Olimpiada también, así que estamos preparados para ganar todos los títulos.
He's about to start capping. Here come the
Yeah,
cap.
so first of all, I want to say thank you to Saudi Arabia for the
cap.
opportunity. Also, thanks to God for allowing me to be at such an enormous, historic event here for me and for Argentina. And, you know, in terms of what we've got,
Hey.
we're very experienced. We've
Hey.
fought against some big champions along the way, you know, and I've also been to the Olympics. So I feel like we're completely prepared to win this fight on Saturday.
All right, let's hear now from the CEO of Matchroom. According to Rick Reno, you were sipping champagne in your Bentley. That's why you were late here to the dais.
No, he's in
But
his
you're here
hotel.
with Bam Rodriguez. you've got a lot of great fighters on your roster, no doubt about it. But from day one, you told us he was going to be a pound-for-pound star. Are you surprised with just how good he's become so soon?
Yeah, thanks, Todd. Just firstly, thank you to, of course, Turki Al-Sheikh, everybody involved with the Ring magazine.
Wait a minute.
It's incredible to be back in Riyadh after
Hold
what
on.
was a breathtaking event last week. Another
sec.
ring card.
Bam's
at
with
Tottenham
Matro?
Hotspur Stadium, over 60,000 people.
I sound,
for a very, very
I sound
sweet
ridiculous,
night with
y'all.
Conor Benn,
Bam's with,
Eubank Jr. This is the night of the champions this week in Riyadh, but let's be honest, this is the main champion here. I know he's probably too humble to say it, but
Bam is
this
the-
is the
is
guy.
with-
This is everybody's favorite
I
fighter
don't know
in
what
boxing.
something's wrong
This
with
is
me.
every fighter on the
I don't know why I
card's
didn't know
favorite
that.
fighter. And he's definitely one of our favorite fighters.
Duh.
I think the
I
only
don't know
reigning
what
Ring
happened to my
Magazine
brain. I don't
champion
know. I
on
know.
this
I don't
card.
know
This
what
guy's
happened.
done it all. And
Why didn't I know
like
that?
I said, Todd, the man down there is two men particularly. Robert
did I think
Garcia,
he
of
was
course,
with?
is an incredible trainer, and Kevin Rooney as
Of course
well.
he's with
They
Matchroom.
told me
Who-
about this guy for years
did
and
I
years.
think he
and
was
at just
with?
1 week's notice,
I just
he
never-
stepped up 2
know
divisions to win the
what the
world
hell.
title, to beat
I'm telling
Carlos
y'all.
Cuadras, and he's never looked back. He beat Rung Visai after that. Then he stepped down to the flyweight division to win the world title. He unified against Sonny Edwards.
Maybe I thought he
Then he
was
went
with
up
Golden
and
Boy.
beat Estrada.
I
Then
don't-
he unified against Cafu, and now he's
didn't
attempting
realize-
to unify
okay, yeah,
again.
'cause
Like I said,
I'm
some
tripping.
incredible fighters on this card, but this is the real pound-for-pound star, already top 5 pound-for-pound. And Jesse Bam Rodriguez
Yeah,
is
he was with Top
25
Rank.
years of
Right,
age.
that's
And it's
what-
so good to see the younger weight classes get the recognition, because this guy has got all the talent in the world. And on a card that is full of just incredible boxers, what you're watching here is one of the greatest fighters of our generation. And this fight against Puma Martinez is one of the best fights in the sport. But you will see once again why this young man is very special. And of course, most of all, we want to say congratulations to the birth of his son yesterday, which is a wonderful thing to go back to when he's got another belt round his waist. But, you know, to him, to Robert Garcia and the whole team, this journey has been incredible. And like I said, of all the incredible fighters on the card, I truly believe this man is the future pound-for-pound star of the sport.
He's
at
been with
25 years of age.
Matchroom for 3 years.
Yeah, congratulations
I
certainly
don't-
in order for Bam,
I
your
don't
new
know where
son,
what the
Vilo,
hell?
born just yesterday. How hard was it for you to make the
He's
decision
been with Matchroom
to be
for
here
3
and set up with
years.
your wife and
I
child
had
halfway
no- I
around
didn't
the
even
world?
consider
Certainly
it. I don't know what
not
I
an
was
easy
doing.
decision for you, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, we knew the date was gonna fall close to the fight day,
Oh,
so
he's
we kind
blinking
of just
slow.
planned
He looks
how
drained.
things were gonna go out, and they planned exactly the way we expected. But you know, that's just more fuel to the fire. That's more motivation to go out there and get the win. You know, it's all for him and my daughter. This is what it's all about. This is what I do it for. So come
Bam ain't
Saturday
getting
night,
no
I'm gonna
sleep,
come
man,
out
with
victorious and take these belts
He
back
was
to
on the
both of them.
phone all night.
Well, Puma
He
Martinez has
loves his
promised
family
to
so
push
much.
you harder than you've ever been pushed before. We know all about his relentless
Brother, get
pressure.
some sleep.
How do you counter that? And do you believe his style suits your style?
Just tune in to the zone on Saturday night. You'll see. You see that why Eddie Hearn just said what he said about me. I'm a special fighter. I'm gonna go out there and prove that to everyone once again. And yeah, I mean, this is just gonna be another fantastic performance from myself, and I'm just ready to go out there and get the job done.
I can't wait to
Puma,
talk
you
to
know how
Bam
much
after
hype
this.
surrounds Bam
Bam's
Rodriguez.
gonna be like,
on
you have
everybody's
no
pound-for-pound
idea how
list.
little sleep I
He's
got.
beaten absolute legends in the sports: Riscat, Rung Visai, Carlos Cuadras, El Gallo Estrada. Why do you think they couldn't beat him and you can?
Sí, entonces cuando hablamos de Bam Rodríguez, sabemos que se emociona mucha gente de él porque él se ha enfrentado a unos boxeadores, unas
Yeah, he
leyendas del
needs to
boxeo,
rest. When he
por ejemplo,
rehydrates
como
and
Rung
no
Visai,
sleep, and
Cuadras,
oh,
Gallo
God.
Estrada. Estos oponentes no
This is gonna
pudieron
be a
con
harder
él.
fight than y'all
¿Por qué
think.
crees que tú puedes con él?
Porque todavía no se enfrentó al verdadero Puma que tiene la Argentina.
Look, he looks
Hay un
fired
Puma
up
que
and ready.
ruge y que tiene todo el poder, tiene toda la experiencia y se lo va a comer a Iván Rodríguez.
Because he's never faced a Puma Martinez from Argentina, and he's never felt a ferocious Puma from Argentina who is going to eat up Bam Rodriguez on Saturday night.
Well, you certainly got a lot of supporters here from Argentina. You've gotten very emotional when you described the former fighters of your country, how you're representing them in the entire country of Argentina. If you pull off the win on Saturday night, how big of a victory will this be for you and your country?
Sí, obviamente tienes
And
mucho
that'd be a
apoyo
huge
aquí.
upset,
Vemos
and
que
it's
te
not just
emocionaste ayer
that he's
cuando
better than
hablabas
Bam.
de Argentina. Si
If
llegas
Puma wins,
a ganar
he
esta
was
pelea,
better
qué
than
tan
Bam
grande
that night.
sería esta pelea.
Yeah, I think it's
y
gonna be a
esta
tough
victoria,
fight for
no
Bam.
solamente para
It's
ti,
gonna be a rough fight.
sino
Tough
también
fight.
para la
Right,
Argentina.
this is gonna be rough.
No, la verdad que es algo histórico para la Argentina. Ningún peleador ha peleado Ha ganado
He ain't scared.
tantos
He's a
títulos
warrior.
en una pelea.
It's gonna be.
Y bueno,
It's
yo
gonna be
quiero
rough.
eso, quiero marcar mi nombre en la historia con los grandes boxeadores que tiene la Argentina tanto tiempo, ¿no? Que tiene mucho legado la Argentina y quiero
Yeah,
convertirme
official Chip. I hear you.
en un gran campeón para toda la Argentina, loco.
Yeah, so to be honest, it's a massive fight for me, and I think it would be totally historic for Argentina. You know, there's never been a fight in which an Argentinian has fought to unify so many belts in just one fight. And I want to make my mark, and I want to be up there with the big names that Argentina has. So I want to be up there with the great champions and become a legend in Argentina.
No, I'm
We
not
wish you
going to
luck.
bet
What's your
underdog.
official prediction for Saturday?
I'm not even going to make a
Puma?
bet on this one.
Deseamos toda la suerte. ¿Cuál es tu pronóstico
I'm just giving an
oficial
analysis.
para esta pelea?
I don't have a prediction.
Esta pelea la gano por nocaut.
I win this fight by knockout.
I win by knockout. Man, bro.
Well, Bam, a lot of people are predicting this to be maybe a fight of the year, an all-out war.
Yeah,
do you
this is
agree
fight
with
of the
that?
year.
Do you think it's going to be that type of fight, or do you see yourself in a one-sided dominant victory on Saturday?
Honestly, this fight, it ends how I want.
Ooh.
I can take it the distance, or I can stand there and end the night early as well. So,
Ooh.
I mean, whatever I'm feeling that night, I'll go out there and make it happen.
Well, he's feeling a knockout on Saturday. What's your official prediction? And don't be shy, please, Bam.
I just know I'm going to win. My hand's going to be raised at the end of the night. I'm going to take that belt, take these belts back to my children, and that's that.
All right, how about a round of applause for all our fighters here on the
Bruh.
stage.
That
We're gonna
that
clear the
lit
dais
him
for the
up.
first
That
half
lit
of
him
our
up.
press
Puma-
conference and bring up the final three
Puma
fights
should
of
have
the
put
night. But right now, how about we
spark
stare these guys
in
down?
Bam. He should have put a battery in Bam's back. That woke
Well,
him up.
those
son.
were some strong statements right there by
He got
Bam
bit.
Rodriguez. There's a lot of confidence. And Puma challenging
Yes,
the
he shouldn't have
champion,
done that.
saying, I'm going to knock him out.
He
What are your
shouldn't have
thoughts
done
on
that. I would have kept Bam
Puma,
sleepy
right?
and
I mean,
shit. I would have done
you're
what
not gonna
Rolly
be a great
did to
fighter
Ryan.
out there unless you're
If you know how
feeling it.
Rolly was just
You're not
quiet
gonna
and
outbox Bam.
I would have done
The
that.
only way, the only path for victory for Puma Martinez is by knockout. And we know that, you know, when you have power, when you have aggression, you have a chance.
Hey,
You
look
have
at
a
the
puncher's
talent
chance,
right
and this man
there.
has a whole
Abdullah
country
Mason and
on
Bam.
his
Look at the
shoulders, on his
talent
back,
right there.
supporting him, so he can maybe do something great Saturday night.
This
But
is
guess what?
all
There's some
time
words
shit
being
that y'all
exchanged
would
right
be
there
telling y'all
between
kids
Eddie
and
and Rick
grandkids
Reno.
about when y'all used to watch
Rick
boxing.
Reno had some
Shit
interesting
like
words
this.
to say about
Y'all,
Eddie Hearn as he
y'all
walked
don't
in.
know. I'm sorry.
What do you have to say about
I
that?
gotta listen, bro. It's hard to project it and have the forward thinking, but you have to. Y'all don't know that y'all are in a great time of boxing. Hold on. Oh shit.
However, he wants to end it.
And here we have Milnecki. This is a guy that we've known for a long time. What can we expect? Milnecki coming back into the ring
Oh,
here in
shit.
Riyadh.
I may have
Well,
hairline,
these
bro.
two, the fact that he's
Look how
still,
big his head is.
The fact that he's still, you know,
Ooh,
being
ooh, look at
undefeated.
Vito
And
pissed.
These two competing Saturday in a
Vito's
scheduled
pissed.
10-round contest for the
Hey, this
WBO
shit's lit.
Global Middleweight Championship.
Hey.
It's the challenger, Samuel, the Black Panther in MoMA, versus the defending champion, Vito White Magic Milnicki Jr.
Black Panther versus White Magic.
The
That's not
challenger
Civil
right
War
there,
here.
Milnicki. He's been around for a while. He wants to take on another opportunity for a title.
Milnicki,
Woo,
yes,
that's
Vito
lit.
Milnicki. I'm sorry, I misunderstood the first time.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I've been.
Did
I've
you
been
cut your
following him
hair
for
because
some
of Brian
time,
Norman?
From the
No.
PBC days.
No.
Once beaten, that was a split
That was-
decision loss that he could have won. So he carries himself like an
Oh, come
undefeated fighter. Good boxer, puncher, moves around the ring, tall for the weight
Hey,
division.
okay, y'all. We got to
and
get on with the
hungry. I
show.
mean, he's already at the point where he deserves a title shot, and with one big
Hey.
win, he's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the WBO global
My Black Panther
middleweight
feel like
title
this,
is,
bro.
but,
He
you
said,
know,
"I
these
got
sanctioning
you."
Bodies.
Oh,
Hey, bro.
Well, he's challenging for that title, but we all know what
Is this
African
middleweight
fighters
for
bring
real?
to the table. We know exactly the type of cloth they're made of. There's a lot of grit. There's a lot of power. We've talked about perhaps they lack the finesse of
hell?
a true boxer.
I'm
but
now
they sure
I'm
can
lit.
draw.
Well, they have that.
I want to see this fight
spirit,
now.
you know, but this is one fighter that doesn't carry power. So you're gonna have to outbox someone.
I want to see
like,
this fight
Milnicki
now.
or get
Why
on the
you
inside
bull,
and get
Josh?
into the body. But either way, I mean,
Why you
these
bull,
guys are
Josh?
both winners. There's an opportunity of a lifetime for Samuel and Moma.
Get Rick.
and,
Get
of
your little
course,
ass
for
in there. Get in
Mickey
there,
to
Rick.
back on top.
There you go. Break him
Mickey's
up.
getting a little
Hey.
bit flustered here. What's up?
Hey, not surprised. He's on fire, right? He's an Italian guy from New Jersey. So
Yeah, Vito's Italian
I
from New
used to live in
Jersey. I feel his
and
energy,
they have a lot
but
of fire
bro.
over there, and he's looking good. Look at that.
Hey,
suit.
big man,
He's well dressed for
use
the
your strength,
occasion.
man.
You don't know Mickey, a lot of personality. I still think he can be a star if the fighting can match the personality and the charisma.
Can it though? Let's hope
Bro,
and pray that
Vito
Rick
ain't
just
bull
keep the
jive.
hands
Vito
tight
ain't
before
bull
Saturday.
jive.
I love selling
Hey!
fights, but I don't like physical altercations because, come on, man, you don't fight for free. You don't fight for free. Your paycheck's on the line. Wait till Saturday.
No, I'll tell you this. I remember,
Hey, listen, we're businessmen first, and then we're fighters.
Really?
man.
Collect that check.
Hey, speaking of, right, we have
Hey,
Devin Haney,
that
we have
was
Super.
lit.
You got
That was lit. That was lit. And Black Panther walked off. I remember when Cambosis wasn't bull jiving, and Richardson Hitchens got everything done.
Devin told me that was the last time he was going to pull such a move. He said he wanted to keep that
If
money.
Mason wins,
Well,
do you
I think he
think
learned his
we can
lesson.
Mason versus Shakur? I mean, yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, the way his arms moving.
It's a battle
Yeah.
of the undefeated 12-round schedule
I
for
put
the
nothing
vacant
past
WBO
any of
lightweight
this shit.
championship of the world. Sam Midge Noakes versus Abdullah Mason.
So much confidence in these two fighters. Noakes obviously understanding what he got the memo. He knows what the mission is.
Damn.
But Abdullah Mason has other plans.
Damn, no-
There's a lot of confidence in that smile.
Hey,
These
hey,
guys are confident
hey,
because they
sugar,
carry themselves with
sugar,
that undefeated
sugar,
record. They know a title's on the line.
sugar,
Both of them from different sides
sugar,
of the world. This is going to be an exciting fight. A great
sugar,
opener on the main
sugar,
card. Someone's
sugar,
O has to go.
sugar.
Sam Noakes needs to
See,
get on the
I
inside,
done
make
lived
it a
through
physical
two
fight.
sugar.
And we know Abdullah
I
Mason
lived
is there
through
to
two
get
sugar.
hit. He's
There's only
vulnerable.
been
He has
three.
been
I
dropped,
lived
but
through
that's
two
because he's
sugar.
always looking
Sugar.
to be exciting, going for the knockout. It's
Sugar.
going to be a fan-friendly fight. Buckle up.
That's a third sugar
You look
right
at
there.
those
That's a
long
third
arms.
sugar.
You mentioned 74
Sugar.
inches reach. That's a
That's
lot.
a third
Lightweight,
sugar I
right?
lived
That's
through right
35
there.
pounds. That's
Sugar
That's
Mason.
middleweight.
Abdullah
That's David
Mason is so
Benavidez.
small.
Oh,
Yeah, he
really?
ain't here.
That's light heavyweight.
If you
That's what
talk
I'm
shit, it
saying.
doesn't
So
matter.
this is
Go
a
ahead.
physical fighter.
Sugar. Sugar.
Competing Saturday in a
Sugar.
12-round contest for the WBC,
Sugar.
WBO,
It's called-
WBA,
No,
Ring
we turn
Magazine
up.
Super
We turn
Flyweight
up, bro.
Championships of the world. It's the WBA champion, Fernando El Puma Martinez
hey.
versus
B?
the Ring Magazine champion.
Security.
And the
Be ready
unified
for Puma.
WBC,
Puma gonna do that damn fight
WBO
stand.
champion,
Be ready for Puma.
Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
Be as glazing. Yes, Lord.
And
Look,
there
look,
you go.
told you. Be
That's
ready
Puma
for
being
Puma. Be ready for
the
Puma. Look at Bam. You gotta get in there. Yo, this shit is
Bam
lit.
Rodriguez that we know he has been
It's
so cool,
lit.
calm, and collected.
Yeah, you know, Claudia, you
It's
live in
lit.
Miami. I used to live there too. And
We
a lot
know.
of Argentines there, they have a lot of spice, right?
It's
a lot of
lit.
confidence. And again, I think Pete Martinez is being overlooked. I'm not picking him, don't get me wrong. There's nobody ever pick over Bam at 115 pounds. But I think Puma's going to make it more harder.
Matt
and he's
out
gonna have
here.
to work him for it.
This is going to be a style.
Matt out here
clash.
diabolical.
Puma's going to have to get on the inside, make it physical. He's a hooking type fighter. But when it comes to Bam Rodriguez, he's there 1 minute and then he gets an angle and disappears. So you better be smart with that aggression, or you're going to run into some shots from that
Hey,
southpaw
this
stance.
card
And we
is
know
great.
Bam is a
Hot.
great fighter.
Be as glazing.
All I'm
Yes,
saying is
Lord.
there's a lot of
Yes,
hardware
Lord.
right there on that stage.
Yes, Lord.
Bam
It's about
Rodriguez
love
looking
and
to take
positivity,
everything,
bro.
like he
It's
said,
getting
taking
lit.
it home to his
You
kids.
can calm down,
Is that- now
smoke
he's
weed,
through.
and be on the low
Talk
and
to me,
all that
Bruce.
shit. You go ahead.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say about Bam, right? I think that a lot
You-
of
you
people
ain't
forget
got
is
enough
he was
go
a
to
guy
have
that
any
no
shit
promoter
anyway.
wanted to sign.
You ain't got
He
enough
was
go
fighting
in
on
life.
top rank undercards over and over and over as a free
You just
agent. He
alive.
fought on
We
some
living
PBC
over here.
undercards. They
You
had the
just
chance to hit him,
alive.
they didn't
We
sign
living
him.
over
Eddie
here.
Hearn
Turn
did.
up.
And he did a great
Turn
job.
up.
But we've heard
This
from the
is fire,
undercut
brother.
fighters. But before we move on to the
Oh, yeah,
main
hit that
card,
blunt. Hit
here's
that
a
blunt
reminder
and
to
just be
head over
alive.
to the locker room on DAZN.com for all your fight week.
Yeah, you want to lower
build-up.
vibrations. Hit that blunt and be alive, bro. We
The
live.
Locker Room, the new home of DAZN's boxing content. All your big hitters.
Yo,
all
I didn't
in one
know
place.
I was on the locker room. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Daniel, don't disrespect you are. Daniel, don't disrespect you. I personally think you're a bit of a don't really like you. Welcome on board the rivalry line. I do not want to be average. I fear being average.
More exclusive content than ever before.
Look at that blood. You remember what's coming.
Yeah, that was fun. So this is called the locker room. Yeah,
Where
the war
boxing
room.
lives, breathes, and never stops.
I never the war room. War.
I'd be doing stuff like that.
Weekly content from all your favorite creators, promoters, and influencers. The Locker Room, only on DAZN, the global
I
home.
saw Fight
of
Hub,
boxing.
Motivedia.
And our main event stars come together across the face-off table, delivering their raw, unfiltered thoughts on each other as they make their final predictions before fight night. Go behind the ropes with an exclusive all-access look inside Devin Haney's intense Colorado training camp in the latest installment of our On the Ground series. Super flyweight champion Jesse Bam Rodriguez takes to the streets with the one and only ShowBizz, the adult, to reveal what
tight
truly
bit.
makes the championship tick. See it all on DAZN.com.
The one and only ShowBizz.
At DAZN, it's
Oh, let me
game
see, Biz. Who would
Watch
win
every
if
Serie
we
A match
got Mason
this
versus
season.
Score?
Hear the Tifosi
Man,
roar.
I ain't gonna
Derby
lie
days
to you,
like
brother.
no other. With football.
I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. Hey, all of that stuff on the zone, bro. Y'all, all this shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I got Shakur, dog. I got Shakur, dog. I got Shakur. Right now, I got Shakur, dog. But Sugar Mason's my boy. That's my boy, dog.
Rodriguez having a nice little exchange with Puma Martinez. There was a lot of shoving and pushing. Obviously, the Argentinian has no respect for Jesse Bam Rodriguez, his power, his accolades. Look at that. Absolutely no respect.
Yeah,
And
man. Hey, bitch,
that,
I'm trying.
my friend.
I'm trying.
Shove. It's good for the camera, good for the fans, but he's still gonna have to get in there and face this monster in Bam Rodriguez. But you're not gonna play psychological games with a guy like Bam. I mean, it's an action type fight. Styles make fights. It should be a good one.
Yeah, with Bam, you don't want to play mind games like you said because he's always so calm, cool, and collected. The one that has lost a lot of his bearings, or both of them, I should say, because there was a lot of pushing and shoving, a lot of talk back, and that was between Devin Haney and Norman Jr. And let's add the fact that the parents, both fathers, were also having an exchange. There's a lot of tension there, especially thinking that
Hey, I would love to see.
time at 100.
I would love to see Javante with Real season.
Yeah, and there should be Claudia. I mean, Devin Haney is one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world and has been for a long, long time. He might not be in the top 10
Already
on most
did.
lists right now, but he has that kind of talent, that kind of pedigree. He has a win over Vasily Lomachenko on his record, and his opposition is light years better than Brian Norman's.
Wait, but it was Vasily in a completely different division. You know what it takes to be a champ at 147.
Well, look, Vasily was a great champion, a
Yes.
future Hall of Famer, but he was a lighter fighter, and he was able to compete, if not beat. A lot of people thought Devin Haney might have lost that fight, but still, he
Lomachenko
won
won
the
that fight, dog.
He won a title at 140, beating Regis Prograis. Now he's going to 147. He wasn't a puncher at lightweight. He's
That's
definitely
what
not
I'm
going to be a
saying.
puncher at 147, but the audacity, the courage of Devin Haney and Team Devin Haney and Matchroom, everyone that believes in him, they keep putting him up champion after champion, and his resume proves it. He's the goods. Devin Haney really has lived a dreamlike career, and this is just an opportunity for him to continue.
I
that
heard
dream.
Well, let's talk about that tension because, like you said,
I ain't gonna lie
he
to
has
y'all.
the
I heard some shit that
audacity
I
to
can tell
challenge
y'all if I want.
somebody at 147. But let's talk about the dads. Bill Haney, we know he's a man of a lot of words. He was very curt with us. As a matter of fact, Norman Sr. was also very sharp. He didn't say much, but there was a lot of exchange in there behind the scenes. Is that going to add to the tension in the ring?
Yeah, I think it can't help to, right? Because they not only are their fathers, but they're the trainers as well. And Brian Norman Sr. was a fighter himself, not an accomplished fighter, but a fighter nonetheless.
I remember
Brian
him as a
Norman
fighter.
Jr., I think people forget, you know, he wasn't well regarded by Top Rank and by anybody in the game. He was as an amateur, and then he was kind of like one of those guys where maybe he's not going to fulfill his potential. He wasn't supposed to win that title against Giovanni Santi, and then he did it in fashion, brutal stoppage in the 10th round.
Well, sorry, sir.
Not only that, but Norman Sr. was also a fighter. So there's
That's
that.
what-
You know, when
that's
it
what you
comes to
said.
Bill Haney, he's more of a promoter dad. He's more of a, selling his son. But Norman Sr., he knows what Junior's going through. He knows what Junior's got.
Hey,
and it's an incredible.
my brother
chemistry
Moore is a
between both
little
of them. So, yeah,
biased
they're
on this
defending
one.
their legacy, their name, and that's what you want to see on the big stage.
And those are very big last names. Just take a quick look at that kind of tension for this bout
Hold on,
at
I gotta look at
147
this.
pounds.
Hold on, y'all.
Devin, I'll start with you. There was a few opponents tossed around for you over the last few months. First, it was Ryan Garcia. Then it was Teofimo Lopez. And now here we are with you set to face Brian Norman. Why was this the right fight for you?
I mean, he's the best guy right now at 147. He was the best
All
guy
right,
that was
so
willing to step
here's
up
the thing.
and fight me.
Here's
So,
the thing.
Here we are.
All right, this is what I heard. I heard that that the Haneys tried to get out of the fight. But they didn't want to be the ones that pulled out of the fight. Right. So I heard that they tried to have the Normans not accept the fight. 2, I heard that they were trying to come up with a glove discrepancy after already signing the contract, to have different gloves or something after the fact. So, but I believe my sources. I really do. I thoroughly believe my sources, but I'm just saying it's no matter what, coming from me is hearsay, no matter what. So, that's what I heard. Appreciate it. I'm not going to, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Another thing is, how can I put this? Who's Devin Haney's trainer? You think it's possible Haney's put into a wall? Yeah. Devin Haney's trainer is Bill Haney for this fight, right? Last fight, it was Shane Mosley with Bill Haney. Why couldn't they get a trainer for this fight? And it's still, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if Bill Haney has met his limit on how much more he can teach Devin, right? So they were exploring options at one point, and it doesn't seem like they got a new trainer for this fight.
Well, guess what? My daddy's going to beat your daddy.
This is just the thing I'm worried about when it comes to Devin.
Parents by the fathers, and one of them happens to be Jose Benavidez training David Benavidez. And of course, a very busy man on Saturday night. He's going to have 3 fighters, obviously closing out with the main event.
What
does it mean for somebody like
Wait a
David
minute.
Benavidez, who's
Wait a
fought
minute.
the biggest, the baddest, the strongest?
What did he confirm? On Mill City? Because those my boys. What did he confirm? Let me see. I believe it spiritually. What did he confirm?
Fight Sergey Kovalev, right? A ferocious puncher. He was like 2 punches away from knocking Kovalev out. Couldn't do it, gassed out, and then he still to this day, he better be able to start this fight until Beterbiev lost to Dimitri Bivol in February. So I think Anthony Yarde is ready for the opportunity.
How
but he has
do
a
you
lot
know
in front of
that?
him. He's a big underdog for a reason.
What are your
10-ounce gloves, and they.
I personally
How did
have
you know?
never
Oh, he
liked
said
a
it.
father-son.
He said it. Hold on, I'm sorry. He said it. The 10-ounce gloves is absolutely real. How did he said it was 10 ounce, and they tried to get put the fight, or they tried to get out the fight. Yep. They brought Andre Ward in Devin camp. Oh, okay. The gloves I heard a while back, and he confirmed. Okay, then all right. I'm because I don't want to be one of those people that just seems like he just saying shit out of his. But I just wanted to tell y'all what I heard. Okay, bet. What the hell just happened?
Jose Jr., and he took him to a world championship, and and obviously David was coming along, and he actually took in a lot of his brother's
I saw
experience.
on
and
Mill
as we
City.
were talking with
Yep.
Don Benavidez,
Okay,
Don
good.
Jose, he was telling me how it's been a learning
Mickey
process
Bears
for
are Haney
himself
trainer.
as well. Not
Oh,
just as a
okay.
trainer, but testing himself as a dad and being able to separate, like you mentioned, I'm not just a dad, I'm here to do a job.
And
Yeah.
that's exactly
So,
what I'm
yeah,
talking
so,
about,
yeah,
the chemistry, the dynamic.
I heard about the 10-ounce
dynamic,
gloves like
and
a
the
month and a half
relationship,
ago.
because you can ruin
I was like, oh
the
no,
more
oh no,
important
no,
relationship
no,
that's
no.
being your son.
Because it was like
or
they're
trying
about
make
to
a
bail
man
out.
and
Hold on, can y'all hear me?
champion out of the boxer, you can
Hold on.
ruin what's really important.
So how I heard it was, hey man, they about to bail out, bro. They're saying that they're not going to move off of the 10-ounce glove thing. And I'm like, oh no. But I was going to report on it. It was like, we don't know for sure. And then I was just waiting. The whole time I was waiting for it's not going to happen, you know, and they just kept getting closer and closer to the fight. And I'm like, oh shit, they about to, right? And after the 10-ounce glove thing, I heard that before that, they were saying, hey man, you know, do I tell you the whole story or? Okay, I'll just tell you what I heard. I don't, should I be telling stories? Should I be saying this shit? Yeah, I'll always be me. So what I heard was, man, this sounds chatty patty as hell. But what I heard was the Haneys team was like, hey, we weren't really trying to fight y'all, right? We were trying to get another fight. I'm not going to say the name of the other fight, but we're trying to get another fight. And, you know, y'all can just say, they wanted the Normans to say something like, nah, you know, we looking at something else, go a different direction. And I think the Haneys was going to use that and be like, told you, we called him out. He was on the list. He bailed out. And I think the Normans didn't want that type of energy. So they just stuck with, they never backed down, because it didn't make sense for Brian to defend his title against Haney in the first place. It would make sense for Brian to try to unify. So there was a way out. It's just that the Normans was like, no, hell no. That's what you heard? Say, yeah, allegedly. Allegedly. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. But it could have not happened, bro. It's just hearsay. It could have not happened, bro. It could have not.
Fight with that spirit.
And the third time is a charm.
If the name of the other fight is Curry, oh damn.
Like
well, how do y'all hold on, brother? Let me just
has the hardware.
How do y'all know that? How do y'all know this alleged situation? Who is Michael Anderson? How do you know that, bro? Like, do y'all got inside track? Who's in the war room right now? Are y'all like promoters or who's in here? Y'all under burner accounts and Norman Sr. said that too? Oh, okay. Tay Jones. Oh shit. Street Star. Well, then it is what it is, dog. It is what it y'all already know. So whatever.
Having this much time to prepare, I feel like it's going to be the difference.
Got the burn.
It's not a case of making any excuses.
You don't know
It's
Michael
just that
Anderson?
We've never had
Famous.
this amount of
Like
time
the
to
Michael
prepare for a fight. And one thing I can say is every time we've had time to prepare, it's worked out well.
Yo, chill on me. All right, hey, we all chill. We all going to chill, bro. We all going to chill. Let's just watch. They're here now. It doesn't matter. They all fighting. Let's go. None of that shit matter. Put the fight on.
Well, I'm just going to
put the fight on.
I'm always confident.
Because Senior confirmed everything you said. So all that happened in Mill City? Well, then
going into the Better Beer fight confident. If you're not confident in boxing, you're
I just don't. I don't like. Listen, bro. I don't like just whatever's told to me. I don't go run into the war room. All right, unless if it amounts to nothing, then it wasn't worth saying in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it just got to a point where it was like, just what's in my head when I'm thinking about who wins the fight. I'm thinking about all these things. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you hear a lot of things. You don't just go run into the war room and just saying all this shit. You know what I mean? Just really put the fight on. We'll see what happened on fight. None of that matters on fight night. If Devin just whips his ass and going about the bit, I mean, you know what I'm saying? None of it matters. You know, all that shit doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Put the fight on. Let me see. All right, here we go. I love this trio right here. I mean, I love Todd Grisham. That's my brother, but this is nice.
He now loses his strength and conditioning coach, but the one thing he never loses is motivation, like you mentioned, and that big bright smile. And that takes a fighter a long way.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that kind of time.
You see him in person, he looks like a football player. He's muscular, and we know he
Yeah,
has
everybody hit the light.
The resume. He has the power. He actually has more power than Benavidez. They both have 30 fights, but he has a higher knockout ratio. And the confidence, the fact that he already went through that fire, he already knows what to expect with these big champions. Maybe a third time's a charm. It really is. this is going to be an exciting fight, and there's
But
another.
it could
another
be
fight where
wrong.
Someone's going to get knocked
But
out.
what I'm saying
I gotta
is,
say, Sergio, I'm not so sure that you're.
it can be wrong, right? We all heard from Nigel Benn that Chris Eubank Sr. got paid by Chris Eubank, and he's like, Rastafari reach, right? That's like it was wrong. That's why being a chatty patty is like, I'm actually embarrassed to even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter. Put the fight on. But I'm just saying, it is a factor when I'm thinking about how the fight may go. Let me see. What fight can you watch over and over, never get tired? Mine is Bud versus Porter. Really? Over and over and never get tired. It's actually a short fight. It's kind of short. I can watch George Foreman versus Ron Lyle over and over and over, and as if I've never watched it before. Like that's the fight I laugh at and I watch over and over and over and over. Most of those fights that I can watch over and over has George Foreman included because his knockouts be diabolical. So like him versus Frazier, I can watch him versus Cooney. Those fights I can watch over and over. All right, here we go.
Night of Champions, an evening of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment. And it goes down Saturday night.
Believe it or not, I
at
can't
the
watch
A&B
Tagline Hearns
Arena,
over and over.
Riyadh,
It sounds I
Saudi
can watch that
Arabia.
over and over.
A special thanks, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince.
Yeah,
Mohammed
Roy,
bin
I'm
Salman,
just the
and
fanboy.
Chairman of
I
the
don't even want to
General
bring up Roy.
Entertainment Authority
My
and
fanboyism
Saudi
of Roy is
Boxing
dumb.
Federation,
I can
His
watch everything of his.
Excellency Turki Al Sheikh. And it's all presented by Riyadh Season, Ring Magazine, the Bible of Boxing, Sella, Frank Warren for Queensberry, and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. The co-feature is presented in
I said it
association with Bob
before,
Arum's
and
Top
I
Line
will
Boxing.
say it again.
And
I said it before, and I will say it again. Muhammad Ali whipped George Foreman's ass for all 8 rounds. That's the black two. If you look at that fight, that brother rope-a-dope. Number one, he didn't rope-a-dope the entire fight. The first 2 rounds, Ali was on his toes whipping his ass. Then he whipped. He wasn't just sitting back roping. He was whipping his ass off the ropes, bro. That fight. Watch that fight. Ali whipped Foreman's ass all fight. That's the black two shoot. Yeah, Foreman won some rounds. Ali whipped his ass all fight, bro. That's the black two sugars. He was whipping. Love both of them. Love you both. They are both amazing. Ali, that was an easy fight for Ali.
remind everybody that the entire event is broadcast
That's the
live
black two
on
sugar.
DAZN worldwide. And for those of you who can't make it to the arena, go to DAZN.com, DAZN.com, and you'll be able to find a way to see the fight.
Ali was going crazy. I know.
Seated behind me, ladies and gentlemen, from Ring Magazine, CEO Rick Reno, Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, the head
Ernst and
trainer for
Leonard is
Devin
the fight.
Haney is
Ernst and
Bill
Duran
Haney.
is one of the best
Top-ranked
things
Vice
I've ever seen in my
President
life.
for boxing operations, Carl
He got the
Moretti.
Debo shirt on.
And the head trainer for Brian Norman Jr. is Brian Norman Sr. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the stars of the show for our
I
final
think Yarde has
two
a good.
contests.
He has a chance to win
Fight
the fight.
fans dream indeed.
I do. I think I got my money on David Benavidez. I think Yarde has a better chance than people
in
think.
the
to win the
welterweight
damn fight,
division.
bro.
It is
That's
for
like-
the WBO welterweight championship of the world. The challenger, a perfect record, 32 fights, 32 victories,
Yo, Sexy Kendra
15
is
wins by
ass.
knockout,
Diabolical aside, I'll tell you.
fighting out of Oakland, California, USA. He's the former undisputed
He's been having his
lightweight world
headphones on the whole
champion,
time
the
and
former super lightweight
like
world
really
champion,
locked in.
a 2-division,
looks
two-time
drained.
world champion, challenging the undefeated Devin the Dream Haney.
Why does he have a, Why does he look drained at welterweight? Bro, why?
It's undefeated versus undefeated, and the champion fight
Why does he look drained at welter too? Like, is he permanently drained or?
record: 28 fights, 28 victories, 22 big wins by knockout. Ranked number 1 in the world in the welterweight division by the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine.
Rated number 1 in
He
the
is
world.
reigning,
Yeah, he should be. Yeah,
defending,
'cause,
undefeated
who's on?
WBO welterweight champion
Love
of
you,
the
boy.
world, the Assassin 2, Ryan Norman Jr.
Brian has always been this confident. Look at all of his press conferences. Look at him versus Quentin Randall press conference. He's always been like this. People, everybody else just getting to know him. This grittiness and confidence has always been Brian. Always. Since I met him, since I know him.
And ladies and gentlemen, our final contest of the evening. Once again, this is a fight fan's dream. The featured bout, 12 rounds of boxing for the light heavyweight championship of the world, sanctioned by the WBC and the WBA. The challenger,
Yeah, he looks
ranked number 4 in the world by Ring Magazine.
Brian looks drained.
27 victories, 24 of those 27 by
like his
KO.
eyes look
3
sunken
defeats
in and
from London, England,
around his mouth.
the beast
I
from
don't know.
the East, Anthony.
Brian looked drained. He didn't look drained to me. I don't think his face would get more shaped. It looks skinnier. It should, but drained is something else. You know, Brian doesn't look drained at all. That's like saying Yarde looks drained. Like Benavidez looks more drained than
And
Yarde.
his
Like
opponent,
what? Look
fighting
at
out of
Benavidez.
Phoenix, Arizona, USA. His professional record,
Look at Benavidez's eyes.
30 fights, 30 victories.
Yeah, I kind of look a
24
little
big
droopy.
wins by
Look at his
knockout.
pupils looking around.
He's a two-time
He looks more
world
drained.
champion,
It's
former
not the-
super
it's not the
middleweight
face
world
shape.
champion, and the reigning,
Look at his eye.
defending, undefeated WBC, WBA, light heavyweight champion of the world, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
Yeah, he looks sleepy, right? That's drained, right? It look the energy looks off. Like Bam. I mean, because you look drained doesn't mean you're gonna lose. So
Everybody's in place, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn it over
right?
to
He looks
our
drained,
host.
but that doesn't mean he's going to
He
lose. He
is
can win.
from
He can rehydrate
and
and
the
whoop
zone,
Ryan's
Mr.
ass. I don't know.
Todd Grisham.
Like I got
Thank you, Michael. I
I got
appreciate it.
David Benavidez.
Welcome once again
But he
to
does
what
look
has become the
drained.
international home of boxing, Riyadh, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
so
You heard me
biased
say it
towards
earlier.
him.
This is the fight card.
Okay, then
of
Brian
the
looks
year.
drained and
I
Devin
believe
looks
the
great.
Proof is in the pudding,
Jesus.
as we say in the United States. The 8 fighters featured on our main card
Brian,
have a combined
Brian
record
looked
of
drained
193
and
wins.
looked bad. Devin
only
looked
3
amazing
losses, with
and fresh.
137 knockouts. Truly incredible numbers, and we're all expecting an incredible night this Saturday. Let's turn it over first now to the CEO of Ring Magazine, Rick Reno. Rick, we basically got 2 main events here on the dais right now. do we not?
Benavidez is training for. Yeah,
These
I
are
believe
two
that.
absolutely smashing fights. I mean, in the first contest, you know, when Devin went up to the welterweight division, you know, Devin has a big enough name that he could have picked anybody to fight. But he wanted the smoke. He wanted the guy that nobody wanted to fight. He wanted to go against one of the most dangerous punchers in the weight division, another undefeated guy in WBO world champion, Brian Norman Jr. You know, a lot of people view this fight as speed versus power. But, you know, Brian's made it clear that he's bringing a lot more than power to this fight, and Devin's made it clear that he's bringing a lot more than speed. Absolutely intriguing contest, and you have varying opinions, and that's when you know you have a good fight, when there's varying opinions on who might come out on top. And the main event,
man,
you know, when you have 2
I know
guys,
people want,
who are
if Devin
called
lose, they're
the
immediately going to
Mexican
bring up
Monster
Victor.
and the Beast, you can't go wrong in that fight. An absolute tear up. Both guys are coming for war. David's never been in a bad fight. Anthony's never been in a bad fight. This is one of those contests.
Yeah,
where
Haney fans are
don't
crazy.
take a
It's like,
bathroom break.
I just
don't
said
walk
David
away from
Benavidez
your
looked
seat.
drained. They didn't cry
Don't
about that.
blink.
And you biased
It could
against
be
David
dynamite
Benavidez.
from the
Nobody
first
cried.
round on.
Right, so
Both
it's just
guys
a
are coming
it's
to
just
war.
their attachment, their
It's gonna be
relationship with
one
Devin is really
unbelievable event
80.
with fight after fight.
I
after
just said
fight.
David looked drained.
You got multiple fights on this
But they
card
didn't
that
say
could have
anything.
headlined on their
Right?
own
So
individually.
it's not the word drained.
anywhere,
It's none of that. It's
anywhere, and we're getting it all
I'm
one
emotionally
night
attached. So
exclusively
you hurt me.
on the
Yeah,
zone
so
this Saturday
at
in
that
Riyadh.
point, I'm only
and
going to
I'll
say good
turn
things
it
about
back to
Devin.
you, Todd.
Thank you, Rick. Let's now turn our attention to the promoter for Brian Norman Jr., Mr. Carl Moretti, the vice president of Top Rank. Carl, you've known about this fighter for a long time. He might be the best kept secret in boxing. What makes Brian Norman so special?
Well, Saturday night, you'll see why for sure. But, you know, I really can't wait for this show. I can't wait for this fight. I can't wait for social media.
I'm saying.
I've never seen so many experts in my life come out and tell Devin what to do and tell Brian what to do, and then see what they say after the fight, because they're all going to be wrong.
You hear that, baby?
It's one of the, you know, it's the best fight in the welterweight division. Whoever wins this, I can't wait to see who doesn't call out the winner. But, you know, it's been a trip the whole time. We're very confident in what Brian Norman can do. Bill Haney's been selling this fight from start to finish. He's a trip, man. He's one of a kind. He kind of reminds me of the captain of the Titanic who's bragging that he saw the iceberg. Well, Brian Norman's the iceberg, and we know how that worked out for everybody. So we can't wait for the bell to ring Saturday night.
Biz, what do you think?
All right, let's bring in Brian Norman Jr.'s trainer, his father, Brian Norman Sr. We expect the fight to be outstanding in the ring, but outside of the ring, the build-up has been just as exciting, especially the back and forth between you and Bill Haney. You guys were going at it just a few minutes ago. You said your son's going to knock out Devin in the ring, and you've already knocked out Bill Haney verbally. Why is there so much animosity between you two?
Listen, first of all, I know Carl may not know or keep up with everything, but Bill been missing. Everybody know he been missing. You understand what I'm saying? Bill was missing for 2 months. Bill will come back, he'll get beat up, he'll go away again. Bill come back, he say he locked in, Man, you're looking for excuses. We're not worried about that. You understand what I'm saying? Brian Norman Jr., it's time for him to show who he really is. Devin Haney is the perfect opponent to show who he really is. We know his accolades. We know all of his, everything that he's achieved or whatever else. I think he's tailor-made for Brian Norman Jr. to beat, and I think he's tailor-made for Brian Norman Jr. to become a star. I think this whole situation, the table is set, and all Brian Norman Jr. got to do is go eat. That's it.
All right, let's let Bill Haney have the mic now. I'm sure you have plenty to say about Brian Norman Sr. and Brian Norman Jr.
Well, first, I want to thank Allah for this opportunity. It's been quite a journey, and I'm going to ask for all the patience in him to give me to not just go in on that clown over there. You dig what I'm saying? But first, let me acknowledge the star-studded cast, both on the stage right now and those that's behind the stage to make this thing happen. I've had quite some mentors in this business. I see Jay over there, you know what I mean, with Abdullah Mason, a tremendous talent, who's fighting for a championship, something that dreams are made of. He comes from a great family of boys and men that's been standing on business, and now they have their opportunity. Of course, you got the Benavidezes who paved the way and trailblazed the way for guys like us to be independent. He started at like 16, 17.
And he's very humble.
And in with Benavidez.
Bill is very mature right now.
And you got Tunde. That's right, brother. He fought to be up on this stage. His name wasn't up on here, but he represents this shit.
Great human being right now.
The clown over there, you dig what I'm saying? He came for the show, but he's going to get his in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So Tunde and Anthony Yarde, I knew them from coming to the Mayweather gym across the pond, and Tunde learning the game from Floyd and them and putting it down. So to see them on the stage and them two families getting a bunch of money.
Yarde looks weird.
Means a whole lot to me. Reno,
he looks kind of dark under the eye.
And what he's doing in boxing behind the scenes with Turki Al-Sheikh and giving us the opportunity. The one thing when I met Turki, I said, listen, I don't know what everybody else got to say to you, but I need to tell you, we've been getting robbed. And I said, listen, if you work with my son, you're going to see someone that's standing on business and willing to make all the sacrifices to be the kind of fighter that you want backing up Riyadh season. So here we are. They have a great relationship. Devin is standing on business, just like Reno said, and it didn't matter who it was. You know what I mean? We wanted the opportunity to be here, and we want the max money. You know what I mean? That's what this business is about. Because you want punches, there comes a time when when you have to rely on what you've invested in and made happen. You know what I mean? So now, with that, let me get to the clown over there.
Oh, come on.
Now, Devin has fought 3 champions to become the fighter that he is. We went across the pond to Australia and they said that I couldn't come. And he said, well, Dad, I'm going to bring the belt back. That was one of the most impressive times in my life that this man had did. And I knew that he was full grown and on his own. We came back to the 140-pound division and fought Regis Prograis, someone that no one wanted to fight because, I mean, he was the Rougarou, okay? And then after everybody assassinated him and said, well, the left hook, the clown's son, tremendous fighter, put a guy in a coma. You know, he had lost memory for, I don't know, you know, he lost memory of the fight and everything, right? So for Devin to give Carl Moretti and Lomachenko the opportunity for the undisputed title, right? Something that he didn't have to do because he could have went up and fought at 140, but he still made the sacrifice and stood on business, right? For us to come back then when the clown didn't have no opportunity, nobody wanted to fight him, right? He had complained about Boots and complained about everybody. Where was he going to have an opportunity to be on this stage right here if Devin didn't give him the opportunity? I don't know if he's ungrateful or he's just slow or he's just capping, but you should have took longer when you had the mic, dummy. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm going to wrap this up with Alhamdulillah, and it's a great opportunity. Thank you for everybody on this stage for giving us the opportunity to grace it with you.
Man, he gave a life speech, and
I want to say thank you, Bill, for that bullshit ass speech. So check this out right here. So hold on, check this out right here. You got a man in Bill Haney who literally just said to me, who was gonna fight my son? Not to mention this fight with Devin Haney was made 7 days after my son just made the knockout of the year. Less than 7 days. So what the hell do you mean who was gonna fight my son? You never gave an opportunity. You don't know what the hell we had on the stage. You have no clue who was gonna fight my son.
All right, come
don't
on,
tell
y'all.
me nobody was looking for him. He had just fought. Devin hadn't fought since May. You just made a statement and said you went to Turkey Al-Sheikh and said if you back up Devin, this is gonna be the best. He was the most bullshit fight on the card. He was the worst one, literally. He was literally the worst fight on the card. Can we admit that? Hell no, we can't admit that.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Come on.
Sir, let me ask you. Is your son the best fighter at 147 pounds? Is he the most dangerous and feared fighter at 147 pounds, sir?
Absolutely, but we already know that. We was talking about that. Let's keep it right. Let's keep it right. We was talking about that. See, listen. Here's the problem. Wait, let me tell you the problem. What happens? Dude, so what you did was you brought a bunch of goopy hoes, all your fellas that you paid to bring. You brought a bunch of goopy hoes, and now what they're doing is they fucking the whole press conference up for you and me. That's what they're doing. We trying to get active. They trying to do all they look. They trying to get some money from us.
If you want to put something on the table for me and him to wrestle on this motherfucking stage, then just let it be known.
Oh shit!
Other than that, let's get to having a great night in boxing.
The last time social media heard, Bill Haney said, "I'm gonna make my pro debut against
let's
you
see right
on
now.
the undercard."
Let's see right now.
Get up!
Go there, what we gonna do? What the hell we gonna do? Look at it. He hot. He high. He high. He high. He high. He high. Man, come on, bro. What we talking about?
All right, who wants to hear from their sons? Anybody here want to hear from the guys actually fighting on Saturday night?
Hey, hold on. Listen.
You supposed to be fighting me, Bill.
Okay.
You supposed to be fighting me. When we gonna fight?
Okay, listen. Right now, if you want to. But listen, let me just say
you
this.
You said it was on site, Negro. I just see you 5 times.
Okay. Shout out to the professionalism in this guy to come out when he did. This is amazing town. We've been here since November the 1st, right? And what we have
man,
is
come
what
on,
we call
man.
when you get acclimated in Saudi, we got that bounce. You dig? Now tell him, let's see that bounce over there. Stiff as boards over there, you dig? November 22nd, my son's gonna punish you.
All right, let's hear now from Devin
That
Haney.
brother
Devin,
said you
for
dig.
the first time in your career, I believe,
That's a little
you
older
are
than
the
me.
underdog in this matchup. Do you feel everything you've accomplished in your career that you should be the favorite?
Not anymore. I think it was an update in the odds.
No, sir. He's still the underdog. He's still the underdog. Check again.
No, alhamdulillah, I'm happy that
You still on the dog.
to be here. I thank Allah for this opportunity. I thank His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh for giving me this opportunity to be fighting here in Riyadh. This is a
They
dream
very
come true of mine.
professional with it.
A dream come true of mine to be fighting for another world title. And
There you go.
this is not my first rodeo, so it won't be anything different. I look to bring back the WBO title back home to me and my family, my team, and yeah.
That was solid.
All right.
That was solid.
Brian, Devin has fought and beaten 7 world champions.
Devin
To my
was
knowledge,
solid,
you haven't
bro.
fought a single champion in your career yet. What do you say to those who believe you're not ready to deal with someone of his caliber?
First thing first, this is a wonderful fight card, and gotta thank everybody that made this fight happen. That's Turki Al Sheikh, His Excellency, Ring, my Bob father, Bob Aram, Top Rank. I appreciate y'all for making this fight happen, and I truly feel like either you got it or you don't. Of course, he has fought, he has did wonderful things in his time period and what he had going on, but it's time for another face to come up here and do his own thing. And that's where that boy Brian Norman Jr. step in at.
Well, you said in Devin's
Haven't
last fight
been
against Jose
young,
Ramirez
bro.
that he ran so much he had to change shoes because they ran out of grip. That said, he won basically every round of that fight. How do you plan to force him into exchanges with you when other fighters haven't been able to seem to do that?
I mean, it's only so far you can go. We in the box. It's not like he could just run forever. So no matter if he run or he stay there, no matter what, the boy going to sleep.
And Devin, what's your strategy for Brian? He says there's no way that you're going to stand in the pocket and exchange with him. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we fight everybody, different. Like I said, this is not my first rodeo. I fought Ramirez different than I fought Loma. I fought Loma different than I fought Regis.
That's true.
The world got to see, what game plan me and my team has drawn up, and I'm gonna beat this guy.
Well, in a recent face-to-face interview, you said he was just another guy. He's a bum. Why do you feel that way about him?
No, I think he's a great fighter.
Well, there you go. Well, Devin, what's your prediction for Saturday?
Devin Haney, WBO champion.
Devin's real solid.
Brian, Brian, how confident are you that you can get a decision win against Devin, or do you think you just have to knock him out to win?
I could go in by any means necessary. If I want to go to the cards, I could do that. If I want to knock him out, I'm definitely going to do that anyway, as is. It's me stacking my name in the game.
So what will happen Saturday? How do you win?
The boy going to sleep, dog.
All right. Well, good luck to you guys.
boy going
That
to
will be
sleep,
the
dog.
co-main event. Can't wait to see that. Now we turn our attention to the main event. David Benavidez facing off against Anthony Yarde. Frank Warren, the founder of Queensberry, representing Anthony here
That was
today.
dope.
You've been with him for a long time. He's been in some fantastic battles, but just hasn't been able to quite get the brass ring.
I like
Why do you
them
think he
both.
does it here in Riyadh?
First of all, again, what a fantastic card this is. When you look at this main event and the next three world title fights,
They all sound
feature
sure to me.
all undefeated fighters.
They all sound sure.
So Anthony's been with us from day one with Tundi and him. He'd had 12 amateur fights. When you look at where he's come from, just having 12 amateur fights to where he is today, they're 2 world title fights, and give a really good account of himself. And I thought he was definitely going to win one of them. And he's learned on the way. This is big moment in his career.
Yarde does
He's in
look a
with
little
David,
drunk.
who we respect. He's 30
Man.
and 0. But
Got some hard
he's
weight
in with a
cuts, bruh.
fighter who I promise you will give him the toughest fight he's ever had. Nancy believes in himself as we believe in him, and I genuinely feel it could be an upset on Saturday night.
All right, let's speak to
Hey,
the trainer now
Frank
for
Warren,
Anthony
my
Yarde. Tundi,
big
Bill
bro.
Haney's had some nice things to say
And I
about
look
you.
like a play coach.
You're in charge of making the
That's my
game
dog.
plan. No one's been able to topple the Mexican monster. What's the strategy to get the job done?
First and foremost, by whatever name you call him, let me just say God is the greatest. It's been a long journey. Myself and Anthony,
The hell?
literally walking into the gym, the Peacock
You know
Gym
that.
in East London, starry-eyed, wanted to be something special in the sport. And I have to say, I'd be remiss if I didn't give credit to the man sitting to my right, Mr. Frank Warren, because when I first came into this sport, I said to him, I got it. And he said, let me tell you something, Ton, dreams come true. And I never forget those words. That's what's pushed me
Dreams.
as a trainer, as a manager, as a mentor, as someone who's
Man, that
helped
sounds like hope.
guide Anthony all the way. And then I have to say the
just
words,
have to
the Bill. Me and Bill was in the sprinter. We met in London, 2012. I trained Devon.
I mean,
in the gym every
don't
day.
say anything against
Went back
Haney,
to
man.
Las Vegas, Hit Factory.
He got like a religion.
Me, Bill.
like,
I remember we was driving over to
following
50
is
Cent's
just
gym,
religion.
and we looked at each other, and we was like, "How did these guys do it?"
Haney is not a
It's
person.
like we're gonna get there. And so for
religion
us to all be
to
up
his
here,
camp.
myself, Anthony, Devon,
You can't really
Bill,
say anything.
in the biggest night in boxing, probably the best card Turkey Al-Sheikh and Sella and Riyadh have ever put on, is truly amazing. And that's why I say God is the greatest. Allah is the greatest.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, whatever faith,
There you go.
religion.
That's nice.
He is the greatest. He makes dream come true. In terms of the fight, well, we don't want to do too much talking. You know, we've always maintained
You
that
just said a whole
violence moves in silence.
Listen,
And we ain't gonna change our energy for no one. We're not gonna badmouth anybody. We're not gonna talk bad about. We respect David, Jose Senior. You know, we've exchanged pleasantries, and we just know both boys have a job to do.
Come on, man.
All I can say is get your popcorn, get your tea, get your biscuits. This is gonna be one hell of a fight. I'm
we know
predicting a
that. Let's go.
blockbuster, a fight for the ages.
Shit.
Yes. No game plan, no giving out no strategies. Just tune into the Zone pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And get ready for a great fight. And again, thank you, Bill
Ultimate
Haney.
plan is
believed
cheaper than
in me,
pay-per-view.
Gave me
Just
all
so
the
y'all know.
jewels.
The ultimate
that I
plan
needed
is
to be
cheaper.
here sitting with him.
Save
and
some
Dev.
money.
And me and Anthony, we're gonna turn up on Saturday night.
Come on, man.
All right, Tunde, thank you.
Boy,
There
that
are three
side-
father
oh.
trainers here on the dais. We've heard from two of them. Now let's hear from Jose Benavidez Sr.
Biscuits.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you're not
that's
as vocal as they are, but here's your chance to big up your
And get
son.
back to
What do you think of
Norman
what he's
Senior
been
and
able to do so far in his career, and what do you expect to see from him Saturday?
Primeramente le quiero dar las gracias a toda esta gente bonita aquí de Saudi por recibirnos con los brazos abiertos y con mucho amor.
Baby wants
Quiero agradecerle a Turkey Al-Sheikh, a Al Heyman, Luis de Cubas, a David Garcia por hacer todo este posible. Y aquí nomás quiero darle un mensaje a toda la gente que David viene preparado, a toda mi gente mexicana. Entrenamos muy fuerte, venimos preparados para darles una guerra el 22. No se la pierdan este sábado, que van a tener una noche de boxeo muy bonita. Tenemos una cartelera espectacular. Yo creo que la cartelera mejor de todo este año. Y pues aquí estamos representando a México. Arriba la bandera. Gracias.
Let's go.
Anything you want to say in English?
Okay.
Go for
Well,
it.
first of all, I want to thank everybody here from Saudi. Thank you so much for all the love and support.
Translate,
We're super
Biz.
happy,
I ain't
super
got it.
excited to be here. I want to thank Turkey Al-Sheikh, Al Heyman, Luis de Cubas, David Garcia for making this happening. All I can say is that David prepared himself very well for this fight, mentally, physically, is
He
ready
did.
to go. You guys are
He
here
did.
to see a fight this Saturday, a war. It's going to be an action-packed. And I can say that this card, the whole card is stacked with great fighters. It's going to be a great night of boxing. And I just want to say we're here to represent Mexico.
Hey,
Arriba
WBC
México,
is
arriba
holding
la
it down.
bandera. Un
On
saludo
that
para toda
stage.
mi gente latina. Gracias.
Hey, the
All right, now let's hear
WBC
from
is
the
holding down on
WBC
that
and
stage.
WBA champion of the
Let's gotta
world,
be.
David Benavidez. David, in your opinion, from what you've seen from Anthony, where does he rank amongst your toughest opponents?
First of all, I want to thank God. I want to thank Turkey Al-Sheikh. I want to thank Al Heyman, Luis de Cubas Jr. For making this fight possible. I've had my eye on Anthony Yarde for a long, long time. I know he's a great fighter. He has a lot of heart. He has a lot of power. And the thing I like about Anthony Yarde, that no matter who he's up against, he's in there to make it a great fight. Me, I like to make every fight I'm in a war. I like to give the people the fights they want to see, and I want to give them the action-packed fights they want to see. So I've trained, I had a great training camp. I've trained extremely hard, and this fight is going to live up to the moment. Anthony Yarde, he's trying to
getting his
capture one
son ready,
title.
though.
I'm trying to capture
His
all
son being
the
on stage.
titles and unify all the titles in the light heavyweight division. So there's a lot at stake here. I'm very excited for this fight. This has been the hardest I've trained out of any of my fights, so I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna give you guys a war, and you guys, the fans of boxing are really the ones who are gonna win on the night of Saturday, because from the top to the bottom, you have myself and Anthony Yarde, You got Brian Norman and Devin Haney, Bam Bam Rodriguez, and Abdullah Mason. This card is stacked. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a great night of boxing for everybody that's watching.
Well, you heard his trainer say it's going to be a blockbuster. It's going to be a war. Is that the kind of fight you're expecting, or do you think you're going to be able to dominate him?
I'm looking to dominate, but you know, whatever happens, I'm ready for whatever. If it's going to turn into a war, then I'm gonna turn it into a war. But I'm definitely going to dominate.
All right, well, you heard him, Anthony. You're the challenger, and you recently said that you're going to hit David harder than he's ever been hit before, and that you're going to put him to sleep. Why are you so confident you're going to do that on Saturday?
Did I say that?
You did say that.
Did
I
we
got
say
it
that?
on tape somewhere.
First of all, I want to thank God.
Come on, man.
I want to thank everyone
Come on,
in
Yarde.
attendance. Big man here, Frank Warren.
Come on,
From
Yarde.
the beginning. Trainer Tunde. the
He's
rest of
such a
my
nice
team,
guy, bro.
And His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh. He picked me personally for this fight. And of course, Benavidez team giving me this opportunity. We're here again. And I feel like this is the best version of me. I've always said I didn't want an easy route, because there's people that go and win vacant titles, and nothing against them kind of people.
Going to Russia fighting
but I've
Kovalev.
always said I want to beat someone like David Benavidez. That's why I went to Russia, challenge Kovalev.
Yeah.
I know the risk. I know the and lose. The undefeated, 18-0. This is me before. I was 18-0, big prospect. Don't go to Russia. Everyone's telling me, do not go to Russia to fight Kovalev. I said, I'm going. And then you get better Biev.
Yeah,
Everyone's saying this guy's
I
a
do. I
monster,
think they're trying to
another
take
monster.
the Mexican crown.
Don't fight this guy. He's got 18 fights, 18 wins, 18 knockouts. I said, give me him. I'll fight him. I don't care who it is, because the better the fight I'm fighting, for me, it's better
Yeah,
the reward.
he kind of.
It's legacy. I started boxing very late. As Frank said, I had 12 amateur fights. And we've made it to the stage 3 times. And you've seen me get better each time.
Him and Devin
But this occasion,
are talking about like their life story.
So I want everyone to tune in. I want to thank everyone on the
brother.
I don't
say
even
you
like to
wanna
call it
whoop
an undercard,
David's
because I
ass.
feel like every fight on this card is like a main event. I'm a fan of everybody on the show as well. So let's make it happen.
Yarde,
Put on,
it's already happening.
Excellent night of boxing, and make this one for the history books.
There you go.
Oh, you're calling him a monster. He is the Mexican monster. You've seen all the monster movies.
Big
Every
old time.
monster has a weakness. What would you say are his biggest vulnerabilities?
His chin.
I'm not a person that goes out and just talks for the sake of it.
Oh, okay.
I would only know once I'm in the ring with him. You know,
Okay.
everyone can watch TV and say he does this wrong, he does this good, he does this bad. But you only know, me personally, I'm only gonna know what he's about when I'm stood in front of him in the ring.
I'm
with
very
elbows,
happy to be
and we
here.
Start, trading level.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well, David, you've been asked and you've spoken openly about who you might want to fight next.
that was real as hell,
Maybe
bro.
Zurdo Ramirez. He finds that a little bit disrespectful. Any chance that you might be overlooking him on Saturday?
No, definitely not. I've never overlooked anybody. That's why
He
I'm
trains you
in the
hard.
position where I'm at now.
Right.
I've given Anthony all the respect he deserves, and I've studied him for a long, long time. And I'm
studied for
trained.
you.
This has been the hardest I've trained at any fight. So I'm extremely ready for this fight. I'm extremely
I
ready
did-
for whatever he brings to the table. And there only will be one man that gets his hand raised, and that man will be David Benavidez.
Damn.
Well, you're main eventing
Wow.
the biggest fight card of the
Come
year,
on,
the biggest
dog.
stage of boxing here in Riyadh. You're making a ton of money. How much pressure are you feeling, not just to look good, but to knock him out?
There's no pressure. Honestly, I love what I do, and I'm extremely ready for this moment. I just want to get out there. I want it to be Saturday already so we can go out there and show out, but there's no pressure at all.
And Anthony, you mentioned your great fights against Beterbiev, against Kovalev. You came up just short in those fights. Why do you think the third time at a world title will be the charm?
I keep hearing this saying, 3 times a charm or 3rd time lucky. I don't really believe in luck, but I feel like I'm a better fighter now, a bit more experience. And David believes he's going to have his hand raised as he should. I believe the same. I feel like this is my time, my moment. I feel
Thank
like how this all happened. As I said, Turkey called me himself.
So he's
'cause
thinking
he wanted me for this fight. Said he wanted entertainment. There was other fighters' names in a hat, or other people that they were negotiating with. He called me personally and said he thinks this fight, the way we fight, the styles, it's inevitable. It's going to be a clash of the titans. Both fighters like going forward. Both fighters like looking for the knockout, whether it comes or not. And it's pure entertainment. So I'm excited for it. I hope everyone else is
I'm
excited.
excited for it, but
And,
come on, dog.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, what's your official prediction? What will your fans, what can they expect to see Saturday night?
All I know is it's going to be very, very exciting.
God!
I'm not a person that goes out and just, starts ringing off predictions or rounds or anything like that. But I do think, stylistically, I think this fight's going to end in a knockout. And I said I want my hand raised. So I respect him highly. I respect his resume.
Say it!
I respect what he's done in the ring. I respect his highlight reels. And all these things, they motivate me. Same thing with Benavidez. The better the fighter in front of me, the better version of me.
It's going to end with knockout, but you.
So I'm excited.
Well, David, you're not ever a shy of making a prediction. He says someone's getting knocked out. What say you?
Well, I'm going into the win the fight, whether I get the knockout or I get the decision. But I'm definitely I'm looking to dominate in there. So I'm gonna get the victory no matter what.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it happens
Yarde!
Saturday night. Give it up for our co-main event and our main event. We'll see you live on
Benavidez is my
DAZN, but
brother,
right now,
but
let's
shit.
have the fighters face off here in Riyadh.
Yarde, give him. Don't shake his hand, Yarde.
We heard
Game
a
down.
lot from Bill
Let's go.
Haney and Norman Sr. There was a lot of talk back.
Shit.
And even a challenge. Did we expect this?
Yeah, of course we expected, right? Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. have been talking trash for months and months now.
y'all
But
better.
we're not here to see them fight. We're here to see their sons fight. Two of the best fighters in the world. And Brian
Haney
Norman
jumped
Jr.
up there quick.
taking a big challenge in Devin
Bill.
Haney. I know Devin Haney is the challenger, but this is
Oh
by far the
shit.
best
Oh
opponent
shit.
of
Oh
Norman's
shit. Oh shit.
career.
Oh shit. 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 Oh
I'm
shit.
gonna
Oh
tell you
shit.
who I don't
Oh
want
shit. Oh
to
shit. Oh shit.
First
Rick
face-off,
Reno.
ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing.
Haney
The
moving already.
welterweight championship of the world,
Oh.
sanctioned by the WBO.
Brian Steele. That looks like nervous energy, bro.
Undefeated versus
I mean, no, it doesn't. It
undefeated.
look like confidence. Sorry, Haney fans. It's confidence.
Has got to go.
Dog, look at
The
this stare down.
challenger, two-time world champion Devin
Man,
the
look at this
Dream
guy.
Haney, the reigning and defending undefeated champion.
Oh my
Brian
God.
Norman Jr., the assassin number 2.
Oh my God. Oh my
A lot
God.
of jumping around from Devin Haney, Sergio.
The fighter might take that as nervous energy. Anyone else would probably say he's excited for the moment.
Oh
and for
my
the
God.
challenge. We're gonna find
That
out Saturday.
shit.
Yes. I definitely look
Norman
forward to
be
it. I was
looking like
more
a
concerned about Rick
motherfucker.
Reno right
I mean,
smack in the middle of all that.
Hey,
Yeah,
Reno's
Haney
used to it.
fans,
You know, I think he can take a punch if he
Norman
has
looks
to.
scared. Haney looks confident.
Champions.
Third time is the charm. Lubin thought the same. Oh yeah, he sure did.
The feature bout of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the light heavyweight championship.
Skills, bro. I
of
can't
the
say what I
world.
really think
The
because
unified
people would
title
think
for
that
the
means I'm
WBC
biased or
and
something.
WBA.
But I can't say my thoughts.
The challenger.
Yeah,
A
but
big
both
hitter,
look,
27 victories, 24 by knockout. The champion, a big hitter, 30 victories, 24 wins by knockout. The base from the
hey,
East,
Yarde ain't
challenges
backing
again,
down, bro.
Anthony Yarde.
Oh, that
And
Yarde. Ooh, wee.
From Phoenix,
Yarde's the-
Arizona.
There you go,
the
Yarde.
Mexican monster.
Oh shit!
David
What the? Hey, what the?
Benavidez.
Hey, bro. I'm brother.
Look at that
You look
stare
like
down.
Murphy. You
There's
look
a
like
lot of respect
RoboCop without the
here.
helmet,
A lot
dog.
of
You know how
respect.
RoboCop be having
Now
that frown on his
that
face
is
with
what
the
I like.
helmet off?
A good old-fashioned stare down,
Shit.
respectful, shaking your opponent's hand. That's what transpires in the ring.
His
That's
son.
what
His
actually
son's the next
ends
one.
up
I
panning
give a
out.
damn.
Whenever
His
you
son is
hear
crazy.
all the hoopla, the dancing
Love you,
around,
brother.
all the talk, that doesn't pan out. That right there's going to be explosion.
You can't be here. Go to
That brother look
DAZN.com
like Murphy,
and
bro.
tune in on us.
And he was
Once
even
again,
very complimentary
challenger,
to
the beast of the
Benavidez.
East, Anthony Yarde.
Yarde
against the
just be
undefeated
yo,
world
bro.
champion.
Come on, Yarde.
30 victories, 24 wins by KO. The Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
Okay, I gotta go.
We got a
So I-
chance to see Tunde.
I gotta give
the
my
longtime
last
trainer
take.
for Yarde, thanking
I gotta give my
Don
last
Jose
take.
Benavidez.
Okay, it's time. It's time for my take. It's time for my take. I think I'm going to leave the Devin Haney thing for last, just in case Haney fans want to leave or they don't trust what I'm going to say or whatever feelings you have. All right, just to put that out there. I think the Black Panther versus White Magic is a better that I'm looking forward to that. I'm afraid for Bam Rodriguez. Bam Rodriguez fans going to know that I'm just speaking truthfully and honestly, unlike Haney fans. I fear a little bit for Bam Rodriguez. His son being born, it looked like he was on FaceTime all night and looked like he was a little tired up there. I ain't gonna lie to you. While Puma looks active, all right. Bam Rodriguez is a far better. What happened? They about to disconnect the Wi-Fi? All right. Let me hurry up. All right, so tell them, hold on, I'm doing my job. Go run out there. Go tell them. Real quick. They about to disconnect the Wi-Fi. Bam Rodriguez, to me, Puma looks like he's going to be active. Let me move forward. Abdullah Mason looked great. I think he's going to knock out Sam Noakes. David Benavidez, holy shit. And Yarde looked happy to be here. All right, but both of them are my guys. I got David Benavidez. As far as Brian Norman and Devin Haney, the whole thing, Bill seemed different to me. All right, he knew that he wasn't going to get a chance to fight him and stuff like that. That's why Brian Norman Sr. said what was going to happen, y'all. As far as the stare down, Haney fans, for the Haney fans, Devin Haney looked extremely poised. He looked great. He looked confident. He looked secure. Looked like he's going to win Saturday night. All right, that's for the Haney fans. For how I see it, Norman looked like a killer up there. And Haney immediately had nervous energy, bouncing up and down and doing it. I've never seen Haney do all of that. I've seen him talk shit and I got to see him during the night weigh-in, right? And weigh-in, he really gets lit. He'll push you and stuff like that. So I got to see. But he's not doing that with Norman. And he knows that they got back. He pushed Lomachenko, right? He was in Ryan's face, crazy. In this one, he was I think there's a lot of respect there, like genuine respect. And it seems like nervous energy to me, while Norman looked like that shit looked terrifying. Like Norman looked like a killer. He looked like Brian Norman Bates, Mr. 6 Weeks. But to reel that back for the Haney fans, Haney looked incredible. Haney looked like he'll probably win under 5-round knockout. And Norman looked scared and he looked drained. All right, I got to go, y'all. Thank you guys for showing up. ShowBizz Adult. Don't forget, in about an hour, you're going to get the Black Toe Sugars with ShowBizz Adult versus David Benavidez. I'm out. Huh.